right, we should be back online.
Okay, good. So we missed part of this game, but Steen had the initiative until Mikael rolled double sixes. Equalizing the race, in my view. So Steen now with deuces.
So do you like making the bar point here? Should he shift or should he keep blocking the sixes here? What do you think is the plan?
I'm not sure. We would have to count. So 12 times 7 is 84, 89 and 36. 134, 130 for white. 130 for white. 39, 51, 111 or something for red. So white is actually down. So blocking the sixes is probably the better idea. I like the play. There are the fours. Oh. Amazing. If he had chosen the other play, he would have been... I think what to do? You run all the way. It's kind of a pay now situation. You leave 13 or 14 shots. But you are closer to home if you survive.
And his timing for the fours.
Yes. This is the safe, but how do you get home from there?
Yeah, exactly.
That's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, how do you get away from this 18-point anchor without rolling a high double? So this may well be what Mikael is considering. Here, if you survive, you are edging close to a recube. But I wouldn't know what to do. I'm always kind of at a loss in those positions. He doesn't take the risk.
I would have taken it.
You would have taken it, Thomas?
I don't like his timing here. I think he's going to leave a lot more shots when he's leaving that 18 point now.
Yes, yeah.
But let's see if he can preserve those two guys on the 8 point and then stay behind and let Steen crack his holding points. Small prime.
So 5-3. So now red, is dependent on double four or double six. It's not what you want. So that was a crucial roll, the double fours.
Very good roll indeed.
I'm kind of curious to know how he should have played it.
But it is still, it is two concepts. Do you pay now and then go for the race, or do you actually stay behind and then wait for another chance later?
Yes.
And he obviously chose the last one, and let's see how it plays out.
Yes. And I'm at a lot.
Oh
yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
And already his timing is deteriorating,
sure.
so he will be forced probably to leave one of the guys shortly. And that'll be more than the single shot he would have left.
Yes.
Stepping up with the force. Let's see.
So it looks more and more as if going all the way with the double fours was the right play, but we need confirmation.
Definitely.
You cannot condemn or judge a checker play based on the outcome or the sequence that follows. Okay. Maybe the position of the cube also was a factor. I'm not sure. Having the cube, if you can take that risk, because you can never be cubed out because you have possession of the cube. Okay, so now you see.
And kind of works both ways, as you said, that with the cube, he could probably consider redouble after double four if being missed.
Yes. It might have been a bit too early. And so there you go. That's a great one. Now he does pay to the 11 shots.
Yeah, he had to.
Oh, and Steen hits.
That's a very
That was a crucial one. That was for the game.
probably is. He's still very good in the race, red here. So,
yes.
so it's definitely not over.
Yeah, white has to attack.
Yeah.
With everything he's got.
Very good roll again.
Excellent. Persistent, very persistent.
So white still has to produce the attack. Oh, the block.
The six
the block.
Okay. Wow. Wow, that was a crucial ace for Steen to roll. If he hadn't rolled it, it would have been 2-0 for Mikhail Vardanyan. As it is, it will be 2-0 for Steen.
Definitely looks this way.
I'll take a moment and put in that 4-4 if I can.
Sure. So Steen has to bear in the 4-4 here. Consider to shift points. It's a little awkward, or just lift up the 7 and the 6. There's not much gammon to consider here. So that's what talks for not hitting. And but there's also the race, that red is really, really strong in the race if he can make a big roll next time.
And
then he can consider going down and hit, and that would of course be in recognition of red's race here. So if red makes just like a 6-5 from the ace point, he's very good in the race. Let's see what Steen thinks. I like the idea, because coming in with the 1, he has a cracked board, so Steen should more or less always re-enter. The 3 guys on the 3-point will probably make the difference in the choice here, because Steen does not have a lot of attackers ready. Only the deuces will hit, and that's probably not so good looking for Steen. This one prepares for the race. It leaves a small backdoor for red for the race. Kind of interesting, this one. He has not yet looked at just shifting the 5-point and leaving the fly shot. And this probably is better. Yeah. Okay. He recognizes red's race here and has to hit. But now what? Only 6 off and probably make the 1 point. Or
good.
Or he can keep red behind a small prime here if he should get hit.
Yes, interesting bear off.
Yeah, definitely. And what here? Will he leave shots next time again and again? That is basically what talks for making the 1 point, is to avoid making the next blots.
I think the computer plays it like this.
Yeah.
I've often seen him do it and say, wow. Okay, but no 6, but still there may be repeaters. There it is, another chance for Mikhail.
Let's get Michael back in the game here, and he does.
Oh, he does.
Alternatively,
yes.
Plan B, as we say.
It looks like far from enough.
6 guys off.
A couple of doubles required.
Yeah, definitely. Or some help from Steen on what doesn't come. Steen a huge favorite now.
2-3 rolls. Still possible.
Yeah. In theory.
In theory, right. Now it's over.
Yeah.
I did put in the 4-4, or at least something similar, and it looks like Mikhail Vardanyan was right not to volunteer the 14 shots. So paying now and running all the way with the double 4s would have been too bold.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2-0 for Steen.
So that is being expert commentator here versus 2 world-class players who will probably outplay us any day.
Probably, yes.
These guys are just so strong. They will probably see more than we would do. We have to recognize that one.
Definitely.
So the double 3 and an action double right away.
Oh yes.
Looks right.
Why it's going so fast.
Yeah.
Steen seems intent on not wasting too much time.
I think Steen is already set on the blitzing game.
Okay, but there's a fine entry number and a hit from Mikhail, 5-1, re-hitting. Players playing at lightning speed. A dance. And gammons are in the air. Fours. What to do? Wow, he doesn't think twice about it. Great roll, has tempo value. Steen keeps finding good rolls. These players, it looks like they're playing a speed match.
And I think this was the goal for Vardanyan here, was to make that 4-point, and probably also why he recognized the 4-4. Since there were 3 guys, he could do the tempo hit and have a little bit more timing to make that 4-point. I would probably have looked at least making his own 4-point.
Yes. Okay. Yes, oh wow, that's a difficult one. Okay, you 6 and you slot something in your board. I don't think there's anything else. You probably go all the way to the 4-point. That would be my play for lack of anything better. I don't think you can play 13 to 10. And now he plays this without hitting. This leaves fewer shots. Yeah, that would be my play. It would be my play. I mean,
you would not be so bold to hit on the 7 and slot the 5 and just go for the back game when it goes wrong?
No.
Too much at this time, I guess.
I guess. Okay, he decided not to hit.
That's probably right.
I have my doubts.
So basically what he's doing now is that he tries to make that 4-point holding game, I guess, in Steen's homeland, or 21-point if you want. And I know XG are a big, are very fond of these holding games, 1-point holding games, and would do it most of the time over a back game. So do you think that is the plan here?
I don't think there's no need to be desperate. I would never aim for a back game here. No. I want to lift my checker there from in the back to the 21 point and get some outfield coverage. I mean, White still has to extricate his 2 checkers from the 18 point. Yeah. He will need doubles for that.
Will you do that now, perhaps?
4-6, maybe that's what Steen is thinking about, yes.
So normally you would do it instantly with a 5-2, 3-4-4, right? But this, I think it's good.
I like it too. Red only has a 2-point board. Aha, so there's the 2.
Yeah.
I think you hit. Well, that's what I would do. Or do you, what else is there? I mean, you're behind in the race. You have to prevent that checker from the 18 point from reaching safety.
Well, that's the
this is awkward.
What would be the race? Should I count the red ones?
Yes, count the red ones. White has 115.
141 to the roll. So he's still trailing by a lot in the race. So he needs to keep some contact. And is this the right way to do it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what to do with the 3? Do you hit? I think I would.
Yeah.
I would, because there are 4 red checkers.
Exactly. He's under the gun on that 5 point, and he does not want to get pointed on right now.
Yes, and in case of a dance, you can pick up the blots. I think hitting is mandatory. Steen does give it some thought though. Good.
That's an awkward
That's
entry.
yeah, that's an ugly one.
He's still trailing by a lot. There's probably still 30 pips or something like in that area, so it's illegal, right? Needs to go to the 2 point.
Yes, that's an illegal move. Yes,
There
that's
it is.
better. 31, 130. Little under
probably-
140 for red. 140, 50, 36, 80. Yeah, there's 35, maybe even 40 pips in it.
So prime or hit, it still hits and go for the gammon, I guess.
Yeah,
More
you
gammons.
play 8-5. Mm. Okay. I would have played 8-5 without thinking too much. A dance by Mikhail. Okay.
Steen would have very much liked to hit on the ace point here, preventing Vardanyan to actually make that back game. Now he shifts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I think I would have played 7-5.
Yeah.
Yes. I think 7-5 was better than 8-6.
Sturlam probably should consider bringing one guy into the 5 point here, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But he also wants to bring the guys around while in the bar, and he can attack freely because of Red's bad home board.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the best roll for Steen. Can he shift the 6 point?
Yes. He could. And I think he probably should.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree with that play. You force your opponent to come in on a high point.
Also a plan here, yeah, but he still just have one on the bar, but it is an awful homeland he has with the blood and everything, so will it give Michael some air to actually hit on the deuce and step out?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you just want Michael to come up, as you say, on the high points and then you bear in behind him? Try to avoid leaving the shots.
I think that would be
This
my
is again
play.
the same dilemma as actually the last time where he was bearing off.
Mm-hmm.
Where does he want Michael? How does he, if he gets punished, how would he like his own position to be?
This is inventive. It would never occur to me, but it may well be right.
Kind of like it. He's still
Mhm.
primed and yeah. It's not the worst situation to get hit. And not either way,
Mm-hmm.
because White is still a huge favorite, even coming around. But yeah. And then he's slotting the 5. He doesn't slot the 5.
No.
There's also maybe some gammon save in that one.
Yes. So 16 crossovers looks to me for red.
Looks too much.
Yep.
I would
Yeah.
actually have slotted the 5 just because
Mhm.
I think that I would be gammoned anyway.
He had a shot. He had a shot with a deuce. It
Okay.
didn't roll it. So yeah, the dice are not really favoring Vardanyan for the moment. Got hit with an ace in the previous game, which made the difference between 2-0 and 0-2. Now he may well face a gammon for a 6-0 deficit. That's a brutal start.
So now he kind of recognizes that he cannot save the gammon and plays for the board.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let's see
So
if Steen can make that
6
one.
bad rolls.
As a 1,
Yeah, but it's a
But
3-1.
it's a small one.
Or 3 or 2-1. 3-1 it was. subtleties. 6 in, 5 out. Oh, another ace, but once again with a small number.
He's teasing him.
Yes.
He rolled those aces, but they will not leave the shot.
5, 7.
So basically, if Steen makes the blood here, that's why he's playing 3-2.
And there's the third
was.
consecutive ace, this time with a high number. So leaving a shot. I played 2-1. I mean,
That's the one. I will play that one as well.
If you hit, of course, you leave 2 extra numbers. You don't want to do that.
Ah, he's considering hitting, of course,
Yeah, but why would he hit?
to get red to enter behind him. So that's what, 2 extra
Yeah.
shots, but the 5 and 6s.
But now
5,
he
2,
can
6,
enter in front of him.
He can enter.
He
on
can
the-
enter on the 24.
Yeah, that is the risk.
That's. I think this cannot be right.
No.
This cannot be right. You give 2 more shots.
And if he dances, there will be an extra shot, probably.
Yeah, and if he dances and you roll 2 high numbers,
You can see
you
this.
just play this, of course.
Should be the one.
Unless there is something very subtle that I'm missing.
But maybe he also recognizes that that Michael is kind of close to saving the gammon. So he only has the 2 checkers now. So that is what he's considering here. This is the
Wow.
gammon play, I'm
Wow.
sure.
Now
And he gets
I-
he gets rewarded, kind of. Now he's on the ace point. That was the risk.
Red gets rewarded. I don't see the reward for Steen. Now he has to leave another shot.
Yeah, it was the one who would have hit if he had played the other way. Let's see. No, he must leave. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so if
That was
Steen doesn't roll an ace,
Oh, you can still save it.
still, yep.
Yeah.
No ace for Steen, and he will be 6-0 up. There it
There we
is. Wow.
That was a very interesting hit there on the 5-1 actually.
Very interesting. Incomprehensible, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Madania takes a break now. Obviously he had the bad rolls. Steen had some very important and good rolls, and he probably needs to steam off a little bit. I think it's a very good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Not to burn in when you're playing such an important semi-final. I forgot to hit the clock, so it was 24 something. I'll just need to go
Okay.
and tell him that. So yeah, let's look at that 5-1. Michel, I'll be right back.
Okay.
And there's a break in the game as well. So
Okay, we'll
Should-
take a short break. Let
should
me
I bring
see.
you some coffee with milk?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Wow. Wow.
there?
Hello. Nee, ik kreeg koffie. De klank is nog aan. Ze zijn met een mindere speler en ik babbelt ook. Ik wil niet zeggen, dan begint hij iets te zeggen. Nee. Ik kreeg bijna koffie. Dat gaat prima doen dat hij beter is dan ik. Dat hij ook maar zo goed is als ik en die ook maar praat.
Well, they have not brought up the coffee yet, so I'll just be 15-20 minutes. I don't normally come around to fill up coffee and stuff. You check the 5-1?
Yeah, it's correct.
It is? What's the error? Oh. Right.
Even if Red has a closed board or something, it's correct.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I just corrected the time there and the clock didn't know the exact set that it was wrong.
I also hear that Sonia has been watching the live stream, that there is no synchronization between the image and the sound.
Oh, before, yeah. It was because the picture froze. So the picture froze and the sound kept running.
Yeah, or other around, yeah.
Okay, it's good now. Yeah, I also got some messages that it's good now. See? Just go to, I don't think Lavanya is back. I think Mathisen is just setting up some equipment for another match.
Okay.
And then he'll probably join in the situation in the summer.
Okay. Yeah. Kom je altijd naar huis? Nee, maar dat blijft nog staan.
Yeah, back at it in there, so they will be ready shortly.
Ja. So are we online?
Yeah, we are. We are still running, and I think the players will be back shortly.
So it may be, yes, if, well, maybe we can wait till the players are back.
Yeah. Did you talk about that 5-1 already?
Not
or?
yet, no. Yeah, it's an interesting checker play. Ah, yes.
Set it up there.
So hitting the checker is wrong if your gammon is assured. See, if red has these checkers in the outfield, the gammon is assured, then you don't hit. Then you play 5 off and 2-1. But if the gammon is close, then you must hit. So like, yeah, you must hit. So like you said, it's the gammonish, it's the gammon generating play to hit with the ace.
Yeah. So Vardanyan was actually just too close to saving the gammon.
Yep.
And he was lacking like 3, 15, 20 pips.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have the same opening as a moment ago. Both players opening with a 3-1. 6-2 is out and down. Okay. One 6. So of course now Vardanyan, being 6-0 down, can cube a bit more aggressively. He should cube a bit more aggressively. His gammon value is going up steadily from half a point to 0.6 or something. So in gammonish positions, like, well, this is tempting. He has the better prime. And that's a good escape.
Steen needs to reduce to avoid the cube here, I guess.
Yeah, you hit and I think you split in the back.
Yeah, definitely.
Hitting and splitting at the same time is often a good move if you are in danger of being primed in. But he does something different. He stays on his anchor.
Could this
Maybe
be the gammonish to not have a gammon position for red?
I'm not sure what his considerations were. Maybe timing. Maybe he thought that in a priming battle he had the timing on his side. (6-5). What to do? Ah, okay.
Probably just that.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't.
You will be cube
okay.
now.
Now is the
anyways.
cube.
So up 6-0.
Yeah, you take.
You still take?
Yes.
I sometimes like just to give my opponent 1 point and then.
No.
And that's also the human thing to do sometimes to protect the lead and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know the bot doesn't like it. He doesn't get the 5 prime, which is a very good development for white. But and what should red do then?
Yeah, I'm not
Would
sure.
you keep the slot behind?
I'm not sure.
I think I would. But that is also a slot
That's
behind, I
good,
guess.
yes.
Fewer shots.
Oh, that ruins white's
Yeah.
position. So red is in the driving seat in this game. 6-5.
So this
2
is
out, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so too. And that was probably not the plan for Michael. He would like to have trapped one more checker at least, bearing in from the 7 point and destroying probably the board. He would much have preferred to. Oh, what a good roll for
Yeah,
Steen
great
again.
roll for Steen. He's now up in the race and has this 3-point anchor. And 5-2.
All right then.
Okay, you make. I think I would make the 10.
We'll make the 10. I wouldn't need the 10 for anything. So
Really?
if I would make a point, I would aim for the 13 point one. I'm not sure if he should make a point or not. Steen has a strong board, let's say that.
Uh-huh.
So Michael cannot. Yeah, Michael cannot get hit here. And he still needs to preserve the contact as well because he does not want Steen to run with 1 checker, right?
Yes. Right. So staying back with the checker on the 16 point looks sensible.
And how about here? Would you keep the 6s there on the 7 point? You'd probably keep them to avoid having to run Steen.
I don't see what
Okay,
you
yeah.
mean.
It's also very playing fast again. 3-1.
3-1. Who's 3-1?
There's a Steen. It's white who has the 3-1 and is still thinking about preserving those 6s.
Mm-hmm.
I think playing to the
Yes.
3 point is the pure thing.
The problem with the battle box is that once the dice
Yeah,
are on the table, you don't know who's on roll.
I agree. You always have to look at the clock and see where it's up and down.
Ah,
or
yes,
if
yes,
you can
eh,
see if counting
right,
down.
right.
Yeah.
I can see that now. I see. And now I see what you mean with the sixes.
Yeah.
Steen saved the six to prevent him from having to run off the
Oh.
anchor.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
So
And now we may be looking at trap plays coming up. I'm not sure whether this is good. Wow.
he's not in doubt. Michael is definitely not in doubt here. That's characteristic for his play. It just goes fast, and he's very sure of what he's doing when he's doing it.
Uh-huh.
I like to see that actually. It's
Yes.
straightforward play.
Mm-hmm. I think my plan would have been to make the points behind the anchor and then open up the 7 point, keep a spare back,
Yeah.
like on the 16 point or something.
And probably what he's considering now, open that point. Kind of like that.
Yes.
So basically what's happening here is you could never do this if white would have like a 4 point board or stronger, I guess.
Mm-hmm, sure.
But now he has the 3 point board with the blood,
Mm-hmm.
and then red needs to consider it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what he goes for.
Yeah, but it's still a 3 point board. I
It
mean, with
is.
a 2 point board, I would be pretty confident
Yeah.
that it's right.
Yeah. And also Michael recognizes this, and he's also in doubt because he's not moving as fast as he does other times.
Right.
It's kind of nice to see now. Now it's the borderline decision.
Yes.
Is this the time, or is it the 2 point board as you mentioned?
Mm-hmm.
So we would probably definitely have our answer that if it was a 4 point board, he would not have done it.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And of course, it's crucial. I mean, winning a gammon could bring him straight back into the match.
Yeah, exactly. He very much wants that.
So white's worst roll, of course, would be a 5-1. Now there's the 2
Yeah.
point board. Okay,
Then
you play this to the ace, and I think I play 6 to 5.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
better.
That's the pure
That's
play.
better, yes.
So so often XG likes to keep that extra checker on the 6 point, but that's overthinking it here, I guess.
Okay, and there's the squeeze of the
Now-
anchor. Now he has to attack.
Oh, that's a awkward
Wow,
roll.
cannot
How bad is that?
attack.
That is so bad. And
Maybe you have to
yeah,
hit.
maybe.
Play 6 to 1 and 6 to 3 hit. I think you have to.
Yeah, red is now trailing a lot in the race. He simply has too many pips. 32, 59, 71, 76, I think it is. And white, even though buried on the 1 and 2 point, is about 50. So he's trailing 20 pips, even though white has a lot of wastage going on for him. That's just if white makes 5 or 6 here, he'll probably be the favorite in the running game. So this is why Michael is looking at the hit.
Yes. And actually the hit is hugely correct.
Yeah,
Hugely correct. You must hit one way or another. Even like with a banana split, you would have to hit.
but is this a tempo hit? Is it what is this? You know the concept of this one?
Well, this is preventing your opponent from running.
But when he hits now, he opens of course the 6 point, which would also give him.
Yes.
But it will give him of course very fewer running numbers, I guess.
This is a
It's the
bad
wrong
mistake.
idea, wrong
This
idea.
is a horrible mistake.
And he gets punished right away,
Yes.
and he will probably recognize it right now.
Mm-hmm. Wow, what a turn of events, and what an unfortunate roll.
Yeah, let's see if red can bring off like 5 or 6 checkers before white comes around.
Yeah.
Then he. Oh no, that's
Wow,
not.
and where do we have?
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
when-
then what?
And now with the recube, this is difficult stuff.
It must be too early with that 6-0 lead. feel that's a very nice roll again
Yeah.
for Steen, and
Yeah.
now that's the game, I guess. 3-1. Yeah, that's too bad. Too bad rolling for red
Yeah,
here.
but my God, it's not over. So the take point for red for a recube is probably around 16-17%. If we assume that red has a recube vig, I mean, if the cube were dead, his take point would be somewhere around 21%, but he has recube vig. So my guess is that red can take up to maybe 16-17%. But how do you calculate that? White has one checker off, so he has 14 checkers left. That's a 7 roll, so his EPC or efficient pip count would be 50. And red has 53 plus 7 or something, about 60. So it's definitely 50-60. It's close. I guess that red has about 15%, so, but let me put it in the computer. This was all quick calculating. I would use my time over the board.
Yeah. Especially because this could be kind of, as you say, with the recube, if you expect to get a recube, you definitely need to spend a lot more time on this.
So, yes, that's correct. So, red's take point for a recube is, if it's a live cube, 16%. Assuming he can get in a recube. And he doesn't need to be favorite to ship the cube to 8. So once Vardanyan accepts the cube to 4, he can recube. His redoubling point starts somewhere around 35% or something. So that makes it very complicated.
What he's looking for is those 16% in this game.
Yeah, does he have 16%? So the EPC is indeed 50-60. But how do you calculate your game-winning chances if your EPC is 50 and your opponent's is 60? I think what would I do? So 50 would be a 7 roll. If you deduct 3 from 7, you have 4. So I think your moment of last take at a normal score would be if the opponent's EPC would be 54. So you have like 6 pips too much, but you also need 6% less to take. So this is really complicated. I think it's a narrow pass.
I would pass it as well.
A narrow pass, but it cannot be a blunder, in my opinion, to take. Against a better opponent, I might be tempted to take. But I'm sticking my neck out here.
He doubles
and he doubles right, and he up. Okay, let's have a look. Cube action. Cube action, white on roll. I think he has 86-87% is my guess. 89%. Yeah, so the pass is huge. Wow. Some players in the world could calculate this very accurately. I'm thinking of people like John O'Hagan. But yeah, I was a bit out of my depth here.
I think you got it.
You
got it most of the way there.
Yes,
I'm very impressed.
yes, I was close to figuring
definitely.
out the take point, but I couldn't deduct the game-winning chances from the EPC.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I'm always doing this at pure intuition, and I was thinking around 9%. But I'm really bad at estimating the running games. And I'm amazed that because I know I've read all what you were saying, but but to use it over the board, that's my weakness, definitely.
Yes. Well, my strength would have probably led me to commit a 350 millipoint blunder.
Yeah, but we don't
So,
know over
ignorance.
the board again. We are sitting behind the screen, and
So it's sometimes probably better to know a little less.
yeah. And also that is why I like when Michael is playing somewhat fast and confident on some of the rolls, that he actually kind of knows what he's doing, and he that will prevent him from overthinking some things. I know Steen is the other way around. He will start thinking and actually make right decisions, and he knows what to consider.
Yes.
So, and I would also tend to overthink things. So that is two different playing styles here.
Yes. There's a saying which goes like, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Eh? A
Yeah.
little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
So that was the case here. Complex position it was. And now once again Steen has this advantage.
Yeah.
And you need to count the race. 45, 10, 137 for red. 70, 100, 126. So about 11 pips. And he does give the cube, and now you can take this.
Yeah.
The race is close enough for you to take. There's a 6 prime. Wow. Steen is... wow.
This is not going Michael's way. Also, I was at Mucci seminar, I think it was in Gibraltar, where he was talking about 3-point back games.
Yes.
And typically you would be able to take a 3-point holding game up to 21 pips, if I remember correct.
Okay.
And since you counted 11 pips difference, it's a huge take. Probably also a good double, because he had 3 guys left and the 5 prime. So pretty standard, I guess. Bad timing for Michael now, because of the double 6.
Yes. It was a funny sequence because if Steen hadn't rolled the 4-1, which made the 9 point, his double 6s would have won the game.
They probably would. So what is the plan now for Steen? Does he bury the checkers behind and wait for red to crack his board?
Yes, I agree with that. So it's like a similar position like in the previous game. You want to keep your checker on the 14 point. That's what I would do.
Play to the 1 here, or
okay, he just brings them in.
Was
It's
that
all pretty
illegal?
close.
doesn't really matter. Now red is dead in the home border at least.
Yes. So, yeah. Steen will probably open up the 7 point now if he can.
So this is not clear from the rear.
Keeps the prime, keeps the prime for the moment. No, you don't clear from the rear, or do you?
Or do you?
Yeah, you may. You may well be because you have the race advantage.
Here it's probably
This is
the
good.
Yeah. So something like let's say 3-2. That would probably be in that one.
And it's not that red is squeezed off an anchor. I mean, he can run one checker and still keep his anchor.
Yeah. Well, hopefully red will get away now to keep at least the 3 point inner board. Yeah, he does. And then white needs to avoid leaving the shots. Let's see.
I think white is up enough in the race not to worry.
Yeah, definitely. He has to go. Then Steen will probably point on him if everything goes. No. Medium roll for Steen here. It's not what we're used to see.
No. You have to count. Well, I would have to count to make sure. 37.
Is that 6-1?
Yeah.
So he's not, oh, and there's a shot.
There's a shot.
And red also has the race. Let's see if that's comeback
wow,
time.
That's a monster.
Finally a good roll for Michael.
Hitting and covering and Steen dances. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the cube. And as you said,
Yeah.
what does he need to recube? No,
Oh, yeah, but that
That
was
was
a
the other game.
recube.
but this probably still goes. Does he need to be a favorite here to recube to 4? Perhaps.
I think he does.
Okay.
To recube to 4 here, I think he needs to be a favorite.
Yeah, and he probably is, but not by a lot. It's not a standard. I'm like 65,
No.
75% ahead.
44% was enough.
Yeah.
to recube, yeah.
Nice.
Strong.
Now he's definitely a big favorite, and Steen keeps fanning and probably going for the blood.
Oh, okay, strange.
Could have considered, but I think it's right. He is ahead. And
Mm-hmm.
he is a big favorite. He doesn't play to the 3 for the bear off. He hoped for the hit.
Wow, that's exciting stuff.
It is. And he's somewhat back in the game. So he was kind of trailing 8-0. He had the double and looked at 0-10, and now it will be 4-8,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a huge comeback for Red.
It
That
is.
was really a huge hit for.
Oh yes, huge. Hitting and covering the blot in his board,
Yeah,
creating a
even that.
4-point board, and then instantly reshipping to 4, purely on gut. Yeah,
But probably not, because he probably took this cube knowing that it should be shipped as early as possible.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course he knows he has great recube vig.
Yeah.
I mean, the take was clear. It was a 3-point holding game with a 5' in front,
Yeah.
but close enough to take, pretty standard. It turned out to be an exciting game. But it goes really fast. It goes fast.
It does indeed.
Lightning speed. Okay, but a comeback. So the difference, of course, between 10-0 and 8-4, huge. This should give Vardanyan a bit of hope. And it's definitely a bit of a blow to Steen, who was looking at a 10-0 lead. Instead, it's 8-4. Do we have commentaries?
Yeah, they're just asking who I am, and I
Ah.
can understand that one. Somebody thinks I sound like Bredal.
Who are
I'm
you?
sad about that. Yeah, my name is Thomas Fuglheim. I'm actually just providing you with the stream from this year's Nordic Open. I play in the top level in Denmark, so I'm not among the toughest players, but I've been playing for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a little experience, and basically what I'm trying to do here is just help out Michel Lamotte, who is of course used to doing these expert commentaries, and hopefully bring in some questions and inputs for Michel also. And
Mm-hmm.
if any of you guys have more questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat. We will try to keep an eye on that one as well. Things are moving fast in the game, so
In the meantime, the cube has already been shipped.
yeah.
So Vardanyan gave it. It looks like Steen took it pretty quickly. Let's see. Of course, Vardanyan now with the cube on the other side is hoping to score another gammon, which would be a spectacular comeback from 8-0 down to 8-8 in 2 games. And he go full-bloodedly. Attacks on the ace.
So he's very gammon hungry here.
Yeah, is it correct? Is it another matter?
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of like it as a tempo hit maybe, and
Maybe even this, yes.
it is a blitzing game, or at least it will be if he hits.
Okay, so now he seems to be taking his time. I'm not sure about this player, I have no idea.
I think I like it.
Yeah, sure,
like the
sure.
gammon,
Can be
thinking.
much wrong with it. 2-5, what to do?
That's a little sad, because you would have very much liked to pick pass here,
good,
to
okay.
hit a check and make the
Yeah.
1 point, but probably the 5 point is also good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what this magician with the checkers can come up with.
Does he have any good alternatives?
No, I don't think so.
either.
No,
This must be the
maybe
one.
double hitting, but it wasn't
Yeah.
possible.
Oh,
A dance by
ooh,
Steen. Wow,
That-
this
That's the
cruel
turn of the tables here.
aces. Aces, I think. Yet no. I don't agree with this play. I think you can
I like it.
you can hit and make the ace. Also putting 3 on the bar. Yeah, put it back. You can hit from the 5 point, hit 2 checkers and make the ace. 4-3. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say much.
So you would leave the blood on the 3
On the 5 then.
points?
It would be on the 5.
Oh, there. Oh.
Yeah, I would have hit from the
Yeah.
5 point. 5-4, 3, 2, 1. Then you would have like maximum coverage for the 5 point, but it may
Yeah.
well be wrong.
yeah.
May well be
I like
wrong.
it.
It was the first
So-
play that jumped out at me.
So basically, when you're in a blitzing game
Mm-hmm.
and you have more than one guy on the bar, the
Oh, look at
the-
this.
Yeah. when you
Threes from the bar.
back. So basically, the point in the board doesn't matter if you have a lot of people on the bar. It doesn't matter on what can you say that you make the 1 and 2 point before the 5 point. You
Right.
just need to make the points
Exactly.
and prevent the opponent from getting in.
Yes, you don't need to make your points in order.
Yeah, so exactly.
But what a huge role for Steen.
Yeah, again,
Threes from
he's
the
back.
bar, just as he was in danger of being gammoned. He found this monster roll, and now Vardanyan is in danger of being trapped.
Yeah.
What to do? I think you run out all the way, remake the midpoint. Vardanyan needs to jump out. He does. It's an escape attempt. 2s hit and 4-3. There's the 2 and the 4. Do you come out? I don't think so.
Cannot.
If you come out, you of course threaten the blot on the 10 point, but you are way too vulnerable.
This must be a decision between
Yeah.
the 7 and the 9.
Right. Right.
The pure plays the 7 point still into the prime,
Mm-hmm.
but I also like that one. Brings just down the extra builder for both the 7 point and the 4 point.
It's also 6 shots. And the dance, Vardanyan must feel frustrated now.
Yeah. Not the best number for white here. I guess if Vardanyan had not won that last game, this match would be probably over because Steen is rolling so well, and Vardanyan would probably be steaming off if he would not have taken a break or something. I'm not sure if he's the guy, a sentimental guy who plays with his feelings and stuff like that. But you can see on the screen with the fast moves and stuff that he is taken by this. And understandable, because it's the semi-final of a major tournament, and you don't want to get rolled over. You want a close match, and preferably winning it, of course.
Mm-hmm. There's no way of telling
No.
what goes on in Vardanyan's mind and body for the moment.
How would you feel in a match like this? Would you keep cool and just accept the dice, or would you be taking to the feelings about it, so to say?
Well, it's strange. It all depends on how much I want to, how badly I want to win. I mean, last week I was playing the final in Montenegro. I was 10-0 up and lost, and I felt 100% calm and quiet about it, and philosophical. I was having this idea in my head, a kind of a metaphor, like the wheel of fortune, which is turning. And it's turning, and there's nothing you can do. I mean, if the other guy throws a double from the bar on a 5-point board, what can you do? I mean, you can
Exactly.
feel frustrated because you can see 10,000 or 20,000 euros slip through your fingers, but it doesn't help to get upset mentally.
Exactly.
And I love it when I'm in that kind of zone
Yeah.
over the board.
Yeah.
I was playing and I could all accept it with a smile. Because, I mean, if you get to the final, Vardanyan, I'm sure, he's in the semis here, he must feel that he couldn't have got that far without being lucky
Yeah.
in a way. And now it then depends. I mean, if you need the money badly, then of course you can get frustrated.
But I guess most backgammon players tend to forget when they are lucky and remember when they are unlucky.
Sure.
So that's why you always get the bad luck stories.
Yeah, but this is a horrible turnaround for Vardanyan.
Yeah. Yes.
He looked
Steen
so
again.
so assured of the gammon. Now if he dances, I don't know what we're going to see. And he does dance.
Oh,
And what should Steen do now?
threats to hit, threats to prime.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like...
And still a 4 cube, and he's up 8-4. And could he play for gammon even?
Yes, I don't know that. I don't know.
So this is one of the
Yeah,
things
he
like
went for the full-blooded, for the 4 points.
Does he need to step out with 2 guys? Or go for that 6 prime over there?
I don't know.
He probably
I
has
don't
enough
know.
timing to get the last checker out. So that's not an issue here. So the thing is, does he like to make that 6 prime?
Oh, 2-1.
But he is exposed for double 1s and 2s, of course. And now what?
Now what? Oh, 6 is... I don't
Was
know.
he playing too good before?
I think so.
And if he was, can he still do it?
This is complicated. Like we said at the start of the match, we have a lopsided score and a 2 cube, and it's gammonish. And how do you weigh? He has to look once again for what is the danger of an immediate turnaround. What is the danger that I lose my well, not that I lose my market, but that I lose my cube if I don't double now. I mean, any 6 and any 3 like seals the game, I would think.
Yeah, and then he can trap those 2 guys on the 9 point as well. Possibly.
Yeah, this is a bit complicated for me. I mean, I'm tempted to put it in the computer, but by the time I put it in the computer, they're in the next game. Well, I'm getting there. Very difficult. The thing is, the question you should ask yourself is, can red take the 4
Yeah,
cube?
exactly.
I
What-
I
what-
don't think so. I mean, I don't think you can take a recube. Question is,
So
Are you
and
too
again,
good?
Vardanyan was just coming back in this game, in the match, I guess. So being down 8-0, and he got the recube in, won the game, and close to coming in. Got a very good cube going here for him, and then Steen comes back now, and so you also have to think that this guy might just if he is steaming, would he just take it right away? Something like that, and then you'll be looking at an 8 cube anytime shortly.
now I think he will double. So I checked the position. It was too good to double. Huge pass, of course. It was too good to double. Steen had 23% gammons and 86% winning chances. Now, of course, Vardanyan has the anchor. So the gammons are reduced to, I don't know what, to maybe 12.
Yeah, and that's the redouble.
Mm-hmm.
Did Steen have some bad? So he probably has a bad double 5.
pass.
Not bad, but at least awkward. Double 4 wouldn't be nice. So this is basically wise, and also recognizing from Steen that there's not much gammon in this one.
Yeah,
So basically, he wants to
7%.
cash in.
7-8% gammons. Oh wow, what a shocking
Yeah.
turn of events. Let's see how Vardanyan copes with this blow to the body blow.
So stops a little bit here.
Personally,
things-
I don't see any change in his behavior. As
No,
far as we can
yeah.
see his behavior, he keeps playing fast. He has these nervous, jerky hand movements, but he may well feel very quiet inside. Of course, the disappointment is there, but there's a difference between disappointment and frustration.
Yeah, definitely.
Frustration is something negative which can impact your game in a negative way.
And we also know that he is a very strong player, so
Yes,
that's-
and he looks like a happy camper to me.
Yeah.
I mean, he has this mild
Yeah.
composure, kind smile, open.
Yeah.
So he doesn't look to me to be the person who like nags or gets frustrated or gnashes his teeth or wants to slam the dice on the table or slam the cups
Yeah.
on the table. He looks very quiet, philosophical,
Seems the same way to me.
and mild
Yeah.
humored. Yeah.
So basically here he has a choice to go for the 3-point or go for the running game.
Yep. Yeah.
And if he does take the 3-point, does he not need to unstack that 13-point?
Yes.
That's the running game. A little bit priming.
Yeah. It's tough because you are edging. Well, you are close to a cube. And how can you lose your cube here?
Yeah.
Okay. Six, 4.
Run off with the one checker, right?
And then we have to count. It's 54 and 65, 119, 109, 150, 142. So after the roll, it looks like red is about 23 pips up. So I think this will be a cube no matter what Steen plays. So I guess Steen is counting. It's very easy to count. White's checkers on top there, that's 70. And 39 on the midpoint is 109 and 43. So 142 it was. And there's the cube and the pass, I'm sure. You agree, Thomas?
Oh,
Don't
I
tell
would
me you'll
stare
be
myself. Well,
No,
yeah,
no.
because of the gammonish. I would probably pass it. I have a 10-4 lead. I don't want to get gammoned here by a freak 4-2, 5-3, double 2, double 1, double 3, and stuff like that. And the huge trail in the race.
Mm-hmm.
But I would get tempted on those 5 guys on the 13-point and only 2 guys on the 8-point. That's it's not connected the checkers for red, which giving a very narrow attack, and probably Steen would end up with a 4 or 3-point back game or a holding game. It is.
Even if he had an anchor, it would be almost a pass.
Yeah,
So with the 2 blots now and the extra gammons, it must be a huge pass.
yeah.
So
Probably is.
my
And
quick
finds
count
it.
was like 20, 22 pips. Too much. I think the pass must be
Yeah,
clear. Yeah, 23 pips difference and a 250 millipoint pass.
yeah.
Alrighty. So 10-5. Hanging on. If Vardanyan can come back after this blow, that would be... we would applaud that.
Oh, and we probably owe to say that these 2 guys have played before in the tournament,
Aha.
actually, and
Okay.
was that the quarter final?
No idea.
No, it wasn't. It was just before the money round, and I know Steen was down. Was it 10-4 or 12-4?
Mm-hmm.
And Steen backgammoned him on a 4 cube, coming from 4 points to 16 points in that match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's a little. They have played before.
Okay.
And I don't know if Michael probably remembers that, but
Well, if they played before, I'm sure he will remember.
yeah,
He doesn't look like a senile old man to me.
no, But is he out for vengeance? And does Steen feel, have the what do you say in Danish? We say the overtake, but
The advantage.
yeah, the advantage here. So
Psychology.
4-11 he was down. Thanks, Alan.
Ah, yes, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yes, Steen was. Yes, indeed. It
Yeah.
was 11-2. I think Vardanyan was 6 away, 15 away, gave a cube. Steen took. Steen recubed to 4 and backgammoned
yeah,
him
exactly.
and got 12 points out of one game.
Yeah,
Ah, that was this match. I remember Steen talking about this, but I didn't know it was against Mikael Vardanyan.
it was.
Ah, I
It was
see.
indeed. So these guys have history.
Yeah. Yeah, but I
And-
don't know if it matters much in a match like this. I mean, you just approach your match and your opponent regardless of the history.
Exactly. That's what XG would do. But we're humans.
No. I don't
Sometimes.
think. I don't think in terms of revenge or stuff
no,
like
no, no,
that.
no, no. Of course not. But
In
yeah,
in the meantime, we have an interesting position.
yeah,
Red is like in a 2-3 backgame structure with a spare on the with a blot on the ace.
awkward blood.
Awkward blot, indeed.
Probably lacks some timing as well.
Yes. So complicated. Complicated.
And he,
Ah,
re-
he
yeah,
will. Oh wow.
That's it.
Okay.
So now you're in a back game, and
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah.
need to do is that you.
Wow, look at this.
Exactly. He's going
Kamikaze play.
for the full Monty.
Yeah. Wow, you would get a lot of fans, and we're not going to put this in the computer to see whether it's right or wrong. I mean,
This is basically what Michael wants here from this position is a back game.
mhm.
And he realizes he has 2 points to enter, and he will always have those 2 points. And this is the same. I think this is correct. Going for the prime structure and doesn't matter if he gets hit because he would always re-enter and he would get the timing out of those checkers.
Yes.
And if not, then he would get the points
Yes.
to the prime.
I agree.
It's just that he has one too many or one too few of those ones. He probably needs to make the 5 point right.
Not sure. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And the right.
Yeah, I think so. Also because Steen is threatening to make a little prime in front of red.
Mm-hmm.
So now he can both, I think he's duplicating probably. And also he needs to do something.
Let's see what he comes up
Yeah,
with.
This is interesting. I
Good,
like
good,
this
good. I like it.
One. Steen doesn't care because he just rolled 6-3. He will
Uh-huh.
probably hit and prime.
Mm-hmm.
But he realizes, of course, that when he hits, he gives away the timing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's thinking.
Yes. We need Mochi in the commentary box.
Yeah. So let's see.
Maybe
That could
maybe
also
you
be
can
the
play
six. Yeah.
13-7, 8-5 or something. Because red is probably not going to hit from the anchor.
So the
He
problem was-
does it like this, okay?
Yeah, yeah. The problem with that one, of course, is that red can now does somewhat priming there, and white needs to escape that back checker as well. Yeah, like that. And red also needs to think, how do I get rid of that checker on the 20 on the 1 point?
Yes, yeah.
He would definitely like to put that
Look.
one into play. Oh.
Wow.
It's just pretty
Wow.
straightforward, I guess. Nothing much in that one. But that gives a lot of timing to red.
Yes.
And now the prime.
Mm-hmm.
Slot behind.
Yeah. What's this?
It's double 5 again?
No.
No. 5-3,
4-1.
I guess. Yeah. So here he could consider stepping out and making the 5 prime. And I probably would have taken a good look at that one.
Yes. He discarded it,
So
Without-
the 5 is.
and now
forced.
he probably cube.
And there wasn't
I
a
wouldn't be
cube yet,
surprised.
yeah.
There you go. There you go. Here's another
Must
one
be a
of
bit
those. I saw him give a cube like this in Trier a couple of months ago. Yeah, there is a. Yeah, this is complicated. I mean, I don't know.
I would pass this in an instant.
You would pass it in
Yeah.
an instant.
Oh, he takes
Steen
it.
takes, and I don't have the time to
Ah.
put it in the computer.
Oh my god, he knows this one.
Wow, wow. Oh, I don't have time to put it in the computer.
It
Too
was-
bad.
It was 6-5. It was when you picked up the dice. It was correct. But this is 2 minutes ago, so we cannot run in and tell them that.
Okay.
Double fours.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he can get out of this one. I doubt it.
Yeah, me too.
Bad
Ah,
roll.
he would have loved to hit. Wow, 6-1 would have been huge.
Whites.
Another attempt.
White's
And
position
another
just gets worse.
dance.
He desperate need of a
Wow.
one. White. Oh my,
He dances, and now a 4 would be horrible.
A 3.
It's a 3.
Yeah.
Which 3 to play?
That
Probably this one.
Yeah. So even White had his chances here with 3 or 4 dances.
Yes.
He's still.
And there is the hit.
It is.
So wow, creating gammon chances. And there he's got rid of
Yup.
that blot on the ace.
Finally.
You wanted to get rid of so badly.
And now it's aiming for the slot behind of the prime, the
Mhm.
9 point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably coming down here, maybe? No, not yet.
yet.
He wants the builder.
Oh, huge! But of course, yeah, you will just let
Yeah.
him roll an
Yeah.
ace.
Yeah, let him run in the 6s, yeah. Unless there comes 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Should he split the back guys now?
I don't
Or
know
he could
these
just
things.
move both of them
Mm-hmm.
if he wants to avoid double one and that one.
Wow,
And that
6.
one also. He needs to, he probably needs to hit.
Wow. I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I wouldn't dare to hit, I think. But I don't know.
Let's see what Steen comes up with.
Yeah.
He's already in the process of calculating it.
Yes. Wow, wow, he
Yeah,
does. He
hits.
does hit. Wow, that's cold-blooded, and he gets
Fewer returns.
punished with a double hit. I'm not sure whether that hit was correct.
Yeah.
I cannot condemn it because I don't know. There's a 6 prime.
But Steen is, yeah.
Now you want to open up the back of your prime
Yeah.
so that the 6s run out.
Oh, he doesn't.
Why don't you? Why
Oh my
don't you?
God.
That's bad play. You know the 6. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it
this-
would have
yeah.
been 6-1. Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
so Steen got off the gammons. So White is now not in gammon jeopardy.
Got off the gammon. I'm not so sure. I think you can open up 2 points.
But it looked, yeah.
You can open up 2 points in your prime.
But
I mean the 7 and the 8 point to force the guy out.
he's just looking to bring them in. But when Steen took this one, he was definitely in some jeopardy.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way with the hit and everything. And now it seems that he would just save the gammon. It looks like 10-7 in the match. And so it's pretty calm for White.
I'm not sure about whether this is the right
No,
way
I
to
agree.
play this. I think
I
I would
agree.
have considered opening up the 7 and or 8 point, even both points maybe.
Yeah, I like that.
Just
idea.
allow these guys to run off the anchor, both of them. So you have 3 blots in the outfield and then you can attack. Maybe it's not too late for that. So maybe play something like 7-2,
Yeah. This is the one.
7-2, 8-6 is something I would have considered. But maybe he thinks, or he is convinced that he has enough gammons as it is.
Yeah, and probably just playing for the game, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just so he thinks I just play purely for the 2 points
Yeah.
and not advanced play for the gammon here.
Yes.
And that's probably also recognizing how much gammon is in the position. And how much do you give away when you open up?
Correct. Yes. Sure. Maybe I would be overplaying it.
I would have done that too. Also because you're down 5-10 in the game, and you definitely want some points in the match.
Mm-hmm. Eight, 6, 7, 2. Voila! Exactly.
Yeah.
So you see in this position here,
Yeah.
you open up the 7 and the 8 point, and you leave 2 blots.
Yeah.
You leave 2 blots on the 7 and the 8. You hope to get hit.
So you're looking at the 5-2 pretty far, where
Yeah.
he has brought around the checkers.
Yes.
But that as you
Look,
say, that
that's
game
how you play it.
Yeah, that game should have started a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
when he was actually on the 2 point, and should have lifted the rear of the prime to open up for the 6s with 2-1, and from then off he should have just trapped the white checkers out in the outfield, right? So basically, what his mind was set on playing the checkers behind, and just bringing them in for the game, and now he's actually very close to getting the gammon anyways.
Yes, but he's missing. He will miss the gammon I think if he doesn't roll a double here.
Let's see, what can Steen come up with? And he brings out there.
he saves the gammon.
Yeah.
Wow, what a relief for Steen, and another bit of a disappointment. But I feel that there was much more in this position
Yeah.
for Vardanyan to extract. Much more. I think once Steen's board was reduced to a 2-point board, I would have volunteered shots on the 7 and 8 point, hope to get hit, recirculate checkers, and make sure that the anchor gets
Yeah,
blown off and that the 3 checkers are in the outfield, and you can close out 3 checkers.
Yeah, I like your
I think
idea
these
there.
were the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it
But
just seemed as Michael was just set on that way to play the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do we have coffee yet?
She's bringing it now.
Oh,
I hope.
yeah.
Otherwise, I would just step out for 2 minutes to get us something to drink. You have got enough water and stuff like?
Water I do have, but a shot of caffeine would be great.
exactly. Let me just step out.
Okay, so a close match suddenly. Steen had a confident 8-0 lead and now sees his lead reduced to 10-7. Alrighty, this game. So definitely a change in a difference in time management. Steen is down to about 11 minutes. Vardanyan more than 20. Two, three, four, good. 6-3. What do you do? Do you play from the mid? Do you clear your 8? I think you play from the mid. You volunteer 13 shots.
Did you see the comment on the cube here?
No.
So the cube was a huge take before by 350 by Steen, I guess. So that was where he left the slot in the board. And
yes. Yeah. The take looked good to me, but I thought that and there's another cube, and it's a tough one to take. I think. I think at a normal score you must take, but I'm not sure.
White's checkers are very disconnected.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long way from the 18 point to the 8 point. So interesting one. Good cube when you are trading.
Yes.
Also have the attack possibilities.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm putting it in the computer.
Take this one. Steen is doing the calculations, and he's probably right so far. Andreas,
Have
are
a
you
look.
transcribing the whole match, or was that just the cube decision? That or is anyone transcribing of the viewers the whole match?
So here we have pointing numbers, sixes, deuces, and fours point, but that doesn't. You can come in and have a playable game, but it's the second blot that bothers me. There are gammons here.
Yeah.
I think there are gammons, and they're probably in the high 20s, would be my estimate. And winning chances mid 60s. So it may well be a borderline thing. Oh, it's a difficult one.
I would not be able to
Not be able to
calculate
take
this.
it?
Yeah, I would not be able to calculate this over the board. I would. This would be a guesstimate again for me when if I was sitting on the board, I guess.
Yeah.
And when I have these guesstimates, the thing that would matter the most to me is that I'm still leading 10-7.
Mm-hmm.
Should I avoid the gammon and just go for 10-8 position in the match? Otherwise, I would have to think it through, like Steen is not like Steen, but as Steen is doing, and then see if I can find my way to take it.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't.
He doesn't take. Yeah.
That's probably right.
I think it's right. Let's have a look at the numbers. So I thought, yeah. So low 60s are the winning chances. And 22% gammons, it's a monster take. 400 millipoints.
Oh,
Yes, I would, yes. It was a difficult one.
you
It's
are
a difficult one.
Almost correct. Huge take.
Huge, 400 millipoints.
Yeah. Very difficult one.
But very difficult. High bluff factor. It looks very dangerous. I didn't know how to quantify that extra blot on the 8 points. Okay, so Vardanyan takes another point back. 2 points in it now. Close match. Most of Steen's advantage has evaporated. 5-3. 3 and 5. Holding game. A hit from the 22-point anchor. Threes are great double hitting in the outfield. Monster roll. Vardanyan needs something extraordinary to come back.
And then
And this is a well.
what?
Can you take? First question. I'm not sure. I think you can.
I would take it.
Yes.
But I would, yeah.
I think you can, especially trailing.
I like this
There's the
double.
cube. He
Yeah,
snatches it.
snatches it,
Great,
yeah.
but still a cold-blooded cube by
It's only
Steen.
a 2-point board,
And he makes the 5 point. That's good.
yeah.
Counterplay is possible though. There it is.
Not the
2.
best
Where's the
entry.
5?
Tempo
I
hit, or just simply slot the 5.
I'm not sure. I think I would. I'm not sure. I think I would slot the 5.
Yeah, this is
Slot
also
the
2
5. Yeah, yes. It looks a little more pure.
Yeah,
You don't
indeed.
hit behind the anchor. The tempo, and now this is 2 blots instead of 1. Wow. I mean, he chooses to go for the slot and the 1 blot play. This remakes the mid. Vardanyan needs an ace or a 3. Double 2 would also be wonderful. There's the 3 and the 5. Good.
Steen is looking for the right time to escape from the 21 point.
Yeah, but when is the right time? Now
Yeah,
maybe with
exactly.
2 blots on board.
Yeah, could be it.
Yep, now maybe a time to run, but with a 5-1. Gee.
Yeah, let's see. Don't think he should do it now.
Yeah,
Yes, it's okay timing, but
Do you slot? Slot or not?
I cannot slot. Is the full roll there, right? 5-1.
Ah, is that the full roll?
Yeah. So it's either bringing the
yeah,
guy
sorry.
in or leaving.
Mhm.
It's too big. There you go. Red can still attack.
Uh-huh.
White is
Wow, fours.
well, it's all right for now.
Yeah, it's all right. Of course, Vardanyan is lurking in the bushes,
Yeah.
looking for a possibility to reship, but
And then bring one in and then decide on the last checker.
yeah.
Should
Do
we
you?
go for the 2 point?
I'm not. Maybe. Maybe computer makes the deuce. I'm not sure.
No. It's the
Difficult.
computer likes that you have a holding game and you could run it home. So my guess would be.
Mm-hmm.
And now. Oh,
Mm-hmm. 6.
we would have
Yeah.
loved to run in the 6.
Okay.
It's not the right time now.
What's that? Should be no. Well. No.
Oh, that's illegal.
Oh,
that's
that's
very illegal.
illegal.
Good thing
One.
Michael is awake.
2, 3, 4.
2,
3, 4.
yeah,
That's the one. Yep. You don't want to give a direct shot. I think.
No. Can Michael produce then 7-12?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And even if he doesn't, he'll probably have one more fly shot, I guess. Does he think about leaving that 6? No.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, this. Yeah, okay, but right. He took his time.
So now he's ready. Bring in the 2, right? Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you bring it closer to give yourself more numbers when you actually give your opponent one extra number? Or do you just leave it on the 12?
Good question.
Yeah. I like this
I
one.
don't know how to weigh these things. I think I would edge a little closer.
Yeah. So it's not always bad to go into extra numbers because you also give yourself some extra good numbers.
Right.
I tend to see a lot of new players who would not go closer.
Right. They stay
But
back.
you should also consider your
That
own.
leaves a direct shot.
Oh.
There's
Ooh.
suddenly there's
But
the
Daniel
direct
has
shot.
a chance here. Yeah.
And he has a chance with a 5-point board. Of course, he cannot cube this. Right. He waits. There's the 5, but it's not the 5 he wants. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Double 4 is creating a gap.
But it's still red in jeopardy here.
3-1. Yeah.
Okay.
You point. I think you point on him. Why not? Why not? Red has a
Has to be
gappy board,
Yeah. There has to be some extra gammon in
and
this
there are.
one.
Yep.
The alternative would probably be 6-3 and 1 off. But I like this one as well. So you do take a little risk to again leave a blot sometime shortly, but you get those extra gammons out of the position. It's not a lot. But let's see what Steen comes up with. It's kind of maybe, is it the same decision as last time? Where he hit on the 5-1? So a dance and what now? 2-1. Should just go to the 3 point.
Yes.
So now it was a good decision for Steen
Aha.
on our very short rollout.
I
here.
would be happy with that 4.
My numbers there.
Okay. Stay back 1 roll.
Yeah. Can you get any
Yep.
shots here?
6 bad numbers.
Oh,
no.
he teases him again. Oh yeah, 2 off, of course. And then you think, yeah. So, yeah, it's probably right to give the red a chance to dance.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, more purely.
Yes.
But I think I would go for that extra Chekhov because if he rolls like 6-2, 6-1, 6-3, he will take only one guy off.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has a pure 5 roll. And red is no stealing now. Oh, he tries to steal. How will red feel about that one? Can he come in and take off? Right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So Steen gets the chance to and he also have bad double 4 over there.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Close one.
Mm-hmm.
Good for white again, and red in jeopardy. Is that a break coming up?
Looks like.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably. Or no.
So the game is taking all kinds of twists and turns.
Yeah, and
Steen miraculously saved a gammon in the previous game.
yeah,
Now has a comfortable 4-point lead.
again.
So there will be a short break here, 5 minutes or a bit more maybe. And we'll soon be back.
Also very good timing again. I like it from Michael to take a break here. It's obviously not going his way. Before you get steaming in the match, take a break, go punch not someone but something,
No.
and get off if ever you have some steaming. Talk to a friend, do something, and get back in focus. Get back into the game with full focus.
Mm-hmm.
There's no changing the dice, we all know that, so it's just keeping your straight face and your feelings apart. Play the game optimal as ever. That's the only thing you can do in backgammon, and then sometimes the dice will choose differently and you cannot do anything to change that.
Right.
So I liked your telling about the tournament you've just been to, where you were in the state of mind where that didn't affect you, and I like that kind of approach, actually.
Yes, but then a week after that, you are in a match in your own club, and because of some history, you want to win it badly, for some reason.
Yeah.
And then there's the frustration, even though there's not a single euro at stake, and suddenly there's the frustration,
Yeah.
and sometimes even the anger.
I know that one.
But last week in Montenegro, I mean, it was for a lot of money, and I felt like in a kind of a blissful state, completely detached of everything that happened on the board. I was 10-0 up in the final to 17 and lost. And I felt like I was okay with it. I was okay with it because my opponent also played better. So it was a strange state of mind.
Yeah. I have in my experience, I've played a lot of tournaments, and of course, when I started out playing backgammon, I also brought my feelings to the table and had a few hard luck stories as well. Now I've been playing for a decade and 2.5 decades, and it's kind of, I feel like I've seen it all, and then yet again, sometimes you just see one of those crazy things, and it does not affect me as much more as it used to do. And then in Denmark we have these extreme gammon tournaments, and that's the concept invented by one of the clubs, and which Carsten is running now. And it is where you play a backgammon match to 17 points, and you get 1 point for winning the match. Of course, that's what you always get, and then you get points for the better PR. So you actually has to transcribe the match and analyze it. And you also get 1 point for the the
match winning chances.
Yeah, match winning. The equity cost.
Okay.
Yeah. So what you throw away of equity during the match,
Sure.
And that is kind of a fun way to play, because you now not only has to think about winning the match, which always are important in everything else. Now you need to consider to play well according to the machine. I know it's boring for a lot of people, but this is kind of good training, and this is kind of taking away focus of the roles and of the result of the match and putting it into just playing with your, how should I optimize my play.
Right.
And basically this is also the commenting here. We do it more or less without XG, because if we have XG running on the side all the time, people tend to not talk so much and always lean to, oh, but what does XG say?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's more important to have your own way of thinking, own way of finding good reasons for what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Go over them. Sometimes when you play, of course, you do not go over enough strategies. You just have like Michael here, he seems when he's locked in on one way of playing, as we talked about in the where it could trap the guys, that what you should do is actually think about how could I play it,
Mm-hmm.
and how would I feel right.
Yes. Yes.
So
It's an interesting topic. The difference between playing what the computer considers to be optimal play, and then I know that the really good players, like some German players like Ralf Jonas told me, sometimes you have two choices. One choice leaves a blot, the other choice doesn't leave a blot. You feel that leaving the blot is the better play because it creates flexibility and such. It is the better play, but you still play not the best play but the second best play, because the second best play doesn't give the blot, doesn't give your opponent a simple roll like hitting it, hitting a blot, because everybody can see a blot and everybody can hit a blot. And you go for plays which create more difficult roles for the opponent. Of course, that's very sophisticated thinking.
I like that. I actually like
Sure.
that thinking.
Of course, then you can play backgammon. You know what the computer says is the best play, but you intentionally deviate from that play in order to create some problems.
And that is probably
Like
also
duplicating.
Yeah, I like that.
Sometimes duplicating is wrong because it leaves 3 blots, but you can decide I will still duplicate, because if he then rolls a 4-6 or a 4-2, he will not know what to do. And there's fun in that too. You present your opponent with a problem.
Exactly.
Whereas if you played the right way, all his rolls would be would speak for themselves.
Exactly. But I guess also this is when you play with new players, and you know that if you leave your anchor, they won't hit you.
Yes.
So XG will punish you for leaving the anchor, but you know that the guy or the girl that you are playing will actually not know that they should go and hit.
Yes.
And again, presenting them with a problem where they will probably make a mistake.
Right.
And that's probably Ralph's philosophy here as well, I guess.
I think. Yes, sure.
Yeah, and it's nice, and we need to think about those things, because XG does not know people. XG just plays optimal according to that. Another XG will then play optimal in the next roll, and then another XG will play optimal again. But we are all humans, and we make mistakes.
Sure. I think there's an old book about matches from Neil Kazaros. And Neil Kazaros, at certain decisions, cube decisions, he gives like a word of explanation, and he says, okay, it's probably not a take. It's not a take, I should drop this, but if I take, my opponent can be confronted with this or that problem. For instance, like, will he do pay now or pay later? He may be confronted with that problem, and he may misplay it and give away equity there.
Yeah.
Whereas if you take a cube and all the rolls of the opponent are self-evident, then of course you drop.
Yeah.
But you can take a cube which is in fact a pass, because you expect that your opponent may go wrong.
Yeah, and make bigger mistakes than
Make
you
bigger
actually
mistakes
did.
than you
That's
do
very
by
good
taking.
philosophy.
But that is, of course, that is advanced thinking.
It is.
And if you play too much with extreme gammon, you have if I play too much with extreme gammon, I have a tendency in a tournament. My mind is set on what does the computer play,
Yeah, exactly.
and you forget to think about other things, like what might my opponent do wrong, or how could I complicate the game by not playing correctly, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a a two-edged sword.
It is indeed.
In
And
fact.
I think maybe this is also where we see in tournaments the difference of being a very well experienced money game player.
Yes.
Because they will indeed play the person, and whereas they will lose probably some of the match, what can you say, match score, equity, and stuff like that. But the way that they can actually play their opponents,
Yes.
that is that's huge difference.
Yes. Yes, because I watched last week the final in Montenegro against Bakar Matakaishvili or something. When I was listening to the commentary afterwards by Carsten Bredal and Carter Matic,
Yeah.
Carsten said something about Michel should observe his opponent, because I was rolling and I was edging closer and closer to a cube, but Carsten had already noticed that my opponent was ready to drop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He was already 3 rolls he knew he was going
Yeah.
to drop. And I was just playing, waiting till I got to the point where the computer said double pass. I was not even watching for a tell.
No.
Like in poker.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I like that, and that is something that we humans should remember to bring to the board,
Yes.
and leave XG behind sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So we all love XG and we
Yeah.
are grateful that it exists. This great calculator.
It is. Especially for, and I like the way you calculated the doubling points and the queue and the race there before.
Mm-hmm.
Even though you have to do it right here in like 25 seconds over the board, you would use
I use
3, 5
minutes.
minutes, right, and have better chance to get the more precise numbers. But I just like the way to handle it, the
Yeah.
way to attack it. This is how I solve this problem.
Mm-hmm.
And that's obviously the one that works for you, and for somebody else it could be another way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good. So back in the game.
Back in the game, 9 away, 5 away. Very interesting score. Steen should be, according to the machine, reluctant to double. He needs mid-70s winning chances and 30-35% gammons to offer a good cube. So we will probably not see a cube by Steen in this game. Okay.
And Red again trailing, needing 9 points. He should still be aggressive, I guess.
Of course, a bit more aggressive than normal.
Yeah. And also there's this theme about the even scores,
Yes.
because they now need an uneven
No,
number of points to go, so the gammons does not count as much as they would do if you are lagging like 8 points, for example.
away. Yeah. True, but I think that here Vardanyan's gammon value on a 2 cube is must be about 0.6, so it is higher.
Yeah.
So that's something to consider. Elevate. Yeah. So anything that's gammonish, if Vardanyan estimates that he has about 20% gammons, he doesn't have to divide it by 2, but he can make divide it by 0.6. Slight difference, but it's good to be aware of that when you are trailing in a match. 3-5. Is that Steen that rolled? Yes,
Yeah,
so I
yes.
think you run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
make an
you
attempt for
run,
it.
you hope to be missed. And he gets missed. Okay, that makes the 10. Good. Okay, it's all about the race in this holding game. 4-5 looks awkward at first sight, and it is, yes, it's so awkward it leaves a shot.
But what shot?
Uh,
Did he aim to clear the 13 now? Should he just play them inside the board?
I think you clear the 13. It's the most difficult point to clear. And you, what do you give? You give 4s and double 2, and 3, 5, and 6, 2.
Yeah.
So that's 16 rolls.
And otherwise he would play 8 to 3 and 6 to 2
Yeah,
like
that,
this.
yeah, that leaves
with
11.
only ones, but will he then have good numbers himself afterwards?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that this is best.
Yeah. Also, again, just talking about connectivity between the checkers. Now they are all on his side of the board,
Yes.
connected somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if he plays inside the board, they are getting further away from each other.
Yes. Yep.
Could be a small concept.
Sure.
Also here he has some decisions. He could make the
Yes.
7 point, but he should probably not leave the shot.
Okay, 6s. So Vardanyan must be sure he is behind in the race. What is that? 12 times 4.5. 48. 102. Phew.
Does get
Yeah.
No.
He's still behind. He's still behind. Of course, Steen has to play as safe as he can because of Red's monster board.
But this is again a little bit pay now, pay later. Will this be will he leave shots afterwards here?
Yeah, but that.
Oh,
Yes.
that's bad. That is bad for Red.
Yeah, well, bad.
Unless you get an immediate shot,
1, 2.
doesn't look that way.
The race is now close.
Yeah, but if he has to leave the
80,
the 20 point,
95.
which so now he needs to think about the race. Or
I'm not so sure.
he's still fishing back there.
32, 96, 80, 95. So there's only like 1 pip in it. But I think he could have considered stepping up, but he wanted to stay back probably for bad rolls. To give white some bad rolls. Now he has to run.
And Steen can think about it now, but he will just probably count the race now and see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. 72, 88. 88. 66, 74.
Oich.
It's close.
Now it's not close, I guess.
Not close anymore. Now it should be a drop.
Unless, no, there's no comeback number there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right.
Double pass.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get to those interesting match score 13 to 8, 4 away
Mm-hmm.
for Steen, which actually means he can double aggressively for the gammon now.
Yes.
A little bit more aggressively anyways than normal.
Yep. Yeah. Also, Vardanyan's stake point is pretty high for a dead cube. Yeah.
This kind of starts out the way the last game started out.
Mm-hmm. So 4 away, 9 away.
Not so much gammon in this position when red only has 1 checker behind.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Red is hoping to survive this attempt, and he does.
And you then split the back guys now?
Oh,
Too
I'm not
risky?
sure.
Oh.
There's the cube eye, yeah, sure.
Nice.
Sure.
He's ahead in the race, I guess. Little positional
Mhm.
advantage.
128,
Easy take for money.
148. It's about 20 pips if I counted correctly. 76, 87, 102, 128, 148. So it is like 24 pips in it, is my quick count.
Yeah.
20. Can you take this with 24 pips down? Phew.
And also again that uneven score maybe come into play because if this was 13-9,
Mm-hmm.
it would definitely be a pass. But he could consider, but he needs to consider the gammons, of course.
Of course. Yes. Okay, 8-way, 4-away. Ooh,
This is interesting.
very. So once again, Steen has to be careful with the cube, because if the recube to 8 to 4 comes, red's gammon value is a full point. So we have to be really careful.
All
Interesting
hit
score.
or anchor.
5-4. Wow.
He hits.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Nah, me neither.
Not sure.
But
That's an ugly entry number.
I think that Steen is sure.
Mm-hmm.
He usually knows this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make the 3, I agree.
Not the anchor still. When will he make the anchor? Yeah. At least he's looking at it. And
Yes.
you can also see that he has 20 minutes left on his clock,
Mm-hmm.
while Steen has only 4.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, they had started. And just noticed that it was Steen starting the clock, even though he was the one on time pressure instead of Michael. Very fair play by Steen here. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could kind of notice and then kind of pretend you never saw that. But Steen, of course, a gentleman, and starts the clock as it should be.
So Steen is edging closer to an interesting position where he
Yeah.
can consider cubing, because it's a non-gammonish position.
So now, yeah, but red is kind of making good board now. So I guess Steen needs more.
Mm-hmm.
I was basically asking for Steen's take in that position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
nervous hand movements. Double slotting, of course, is the fastest way to make a strong board, but okay, he decides to go for the strong board now. Probably because there were shot leaving rolls. Red is still in take territory, I would say,
Yeah, definitely.
with the 5-point
should probably
open, midpoint stripped. What is this?
Maybe the 1 point, but let's see.
Shots. 6 shots.
Too much. You will make the 1 point. That's-
Yeah, yeah.
That's also can bring red up
Yep.
and give Steen better chances to bear in, so this must be the right play. But does he want to clear, and he can clear his board, his point now, where there's still the 1 blood in the board, but Michael would be very happy to get 3 shots and take his chances for Steen not to hit back. So
Yeah, and also he makes good use of the dilly builder
Yeah.
on the 4-point.
yes. Still a little bit too early. He needs to take care of the 13 point first.
Yeah,
And now they're coming in kind of a little bit awkward.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Michael getting ready,
Yep.
and that's the one. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
Leaving 6-2 the other way around as well. Not yet. But now what? Is it still too early when he has the gap on the 5 point?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think it's still a take. The take is
Yeah.
clear,
Very clear.
but of course it's big to get from 4 away to 2 away. So the 2 points are valuable, but I
Wait
can't
as
blame
well.
him for waiting.
That's the market loser.
74, yeah,
Now it's probably double pass, right?
yeah. 57, 101 to pass, yeah.
So
Okay.
actually he had a choice, and there were market losers, and
Mhm.
he did make one of them, only getting 1 point where he kind of would have liked to get 2. So that leaves the question if it indeed was a double before.
Right.
But I think that 5 point makes
Gap.
the difference
Mm-hmm.
that he should wait.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely an easy take, and as we just discussed before, that's not always what you want to give your opponents, the easy decisions.
Right. A3 away, of course, is a tricky score. Once again, Steen will have to be careful now with the cube. Can only cube in non-gammonish positions. But yeah, okay, good start again for Steen. Okay, there we go.
It seems like this is the way they start out every time.
Mm-hmm.
Steen hitting away, and Michael trying to scramble in for holding games or back games,
Mm-hmm.
and
No
dancing
problem,
here,
no problem.
Not big thing.
Don't mind much.
No, and this is also where a lot of backgammon players would just get tempered.
Yes.
Now you dance on a 2-point board, but this doesn't matter much. That's of course bad, but that's not the thing that will ruin this one.
No. I think I would consider hitting and slotting the 5. Yep,
Oh,
well
very
done,
well,
very
very
well
well
done. You
done.
need that point.
Yeah,
It's kind of thematic
yeah. And
against backgame structure.
And if you don't see this slot, look at Red's position here. Look at Red's board. There's absolutely, he gets hit and he has just no problems getting back in. So this is why he wants that 5 point. It's important for him. He wants to unstack the 6 point. It's bad to have 3 checkers there. So if you're new to the game, this is what to look for. And it will take you a while to learn these kind of things.
Yeah, here, for instance, yeah, okay.
I like the way you saw it instantly. I didn't
Mhm.
even see it.
Like
that
here, I
fast.
would have considered playing 6 to 2.
Yeah.
Slotting the
Yeah.
deuce.
Yeah. Again, you have too many checkers on that 6 point.
Mm-hmm.
And now probably just make the 5 points, even though it's a lot of blood.
I'm not sure. Here it becomes difficult.
Yeah. Could also
Okay,
double hit.
doesn't, no, good. No,
Finally,
no
a
fear.
good re-entry for Michael here.
Yes.
And what will Steen then do? Okay, interesting 6.
Well, maybe to the deuce. I don't know.
I like stepping out there. In the
Stepping
18 point
out,
because
yes.
the force. He's not really afraid of the force.
Mm-hmm.
Well, everybody's afraid of the force, but not number 4. And that is, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is difficult subject matter.
yeah. Because now he needs to decide: do I go for the back game, 1-4 back game, or do I go for the holding game? Do I have the timing for the back game? Essentially, right?
Yes. Yep, now it's like more of a mutual holding game.
Yeah.
But can he do so without risking getting blitzed off the board?
He's duplicating 2s also. I
Duplicating
like that one. I really
twos?
like this
Okay,
one. Yeah.
alrighty, inventive. There's
Oh,
a 5, he gets
oh,
punished.
Ouch! And now even he has a
gee.
decision here.
1, 2.
But he can come around with the 3 guys on the 18 point as well.
Yeah,
You can also play like that.
yeah.
Still have threats on those 2 bloods. So I like
Yes.
this one. Ouch.
Wow.
Ouch.
Okay.
Should he clear the 18 point now?
I think so.
Just try to get rid of those checkers
Let's-
while
now is
Red
the
is on
time.
bar. Yeah.
Bite the bullet.
This is the kind of solving your problems while your opponent is on the bar. He still doesn't get the hit that he would like. So Vardanyan could still enter and still have a chance. Oh, he dances too much.
Yeah, by now I think I would start to feel like, okay, this is not my day.
Yeah. Definitely.
But still in the back of your mind should always be the game can turn at any moment.
Yeah.
The wheel of fortune turns and it can make, it can turn all kinds of ways.
I like that positive idea.
Yeah.
That is what you should hang on to. Also, I tend to see people who complains a lot during the game and then they completely turn it around and win
Yeah,
it.
I know.
And I'm just like, oh,
very bad,
yeah,
bad behavior.
indeed. All right, but Andreas is writing that last game it was a cube after 6-5 and a double pass before he made the 5 point
Oh,
and doubled out,
wow.
and 280 pass
Mm-hmm.
before the 6-5.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Shot and I would, yeah, things like that I would have taken. Brr. So yeah, probably 4-away, 8-away.
oh, it's a little
Your take
awkward.
point is a bit higher.
Yeah,
Okay.
he still needs 2,
Yes.
and he cannot owe 1, so he will have to play them. Lift the 3 point here.
He has to play what? Wow.
Yeah, he still has 2 left.
Oh, okay.
He's primed.
Okay.
Yeah, he's back in. Let's
Mhm.
go. Red
Yep.
still have a chance here.
He has a chance. Yep.
This notice how long time Red has danced and danced and danced, and
Mhm.
now he still have a very good chance in this game.
Yes. Yes.
So just like you said, always keep your hopes up.
Yes, I agree with this play.
Yeah. Now he's just waiting.
There's the
it
double
out.
shot.
It is,
It's more than a double shot.
and he also have 5.
So you hit.
Oh no,
Oh,
my
wow.
God. Well.
Yeah. There. Yeah. Okay.
Always keep your hopes up, as we say. He could
Yeah.
roll 6-1, the white
Sure.
guy.
6-1,
6-6,
double three,
double three,
aces.
yeah.
Well, 5-4. It's all
Yeah.
there.
4-1. Still
4-1
leaves
is
a little
good.
thing, a little bit, but not much. Oh yeah, think about the 1. Bringing it close. Well,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just taking back those dice as if he's thinking about the cube. Oh, that's illegal.
Yes.
So he'll probably just pray to the 1, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes, 30 something seconds for Steen.
More than enough.
More than enough, especially.
I would
Okay.
feel very comfortable with
Okay.
2.5 minutes at this score.
I would start stressing out when I
Really?
came down to 10 minutes.
Oh!
But that's also because I'm an intuitive player.
Mhm.
So will he? No, there's no giving by the door.
Yeah.
Will be probably a gammon and Crawford game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a little light there at the end of the tunnel. Just a little light.
Did he
Double
not play 1-5 too little?
No. He,
Did he play 1 in or something? He played. Ah no, 1,
yeah,
2,
the,
3.
The number 3 is
Yeah,
over
yeah,
there
yeah.
on
1,
the
2,
8
3,
point.
4. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's Steen. Wrong guy, rolling so high. Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4. He can actually save this one. But Steen does not like that idea.
Oh,
Oh, and now he's a little steamed. Oh! 6-2. Nothing there for Red.
Yeah.
And so he was coming so well around, and you can see that he's annoyed because he had a real shot of saving the gammon, and Steve just took it away anyways.
mm-hmm,
He
yes.
just stole that one.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the difficult moments
Yeah.
psychologically. When you get your hopes up, and then they get crushed.
Yeah. And also, he was actually back in the game as well after dancing those so many times, getting the double shot. There was probably 25-6 numbers that hit there. 5-2 being one of the few.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
Hup slot, alley hup, why not? A gammon is valuable
Steen should run away.
to Vardanyan.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
Really good number.
Yes,
Should
okay.
he play all in for with the 2 bloods? He could have done that, having a lot of builders for both the 3-point and the 7-point. Of course, some
Yeah,
duplicated
but he
numbers.
wants to run now. He wants to run.
Oh, there it is. That's
Oops.
prime.
Oops. Okay.
Nice looking position again for red. But
Yeah.
we have seen him with his hopes up before.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if this one will hold. It looks a lot more solid. Oh no. Oh, it's good. It
Well,
plays.
I'm not so
but
sure if it's
still.
good.
Yeah, I agree.
Look,
Ouch.
he badly needs a
Yes,
3
and he
with something.
Already now he just knows that this.
Yeah, he must be feel a
It's
bit
not his day.
despondent.
So here.
Mm-hmm.
4-point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Great play.
I think it is. And
Ooh,
again,
big
a little bit of hope
one.
for Michael.
Big one.
And place that one so that if Steen enters,
Yeah,
he
you
cannot
want Steen
live
to enter.
freely on the 8-point.
Yeah, you
is
want
why-
him to enter so
Yeah.
his prime cracks.
And Steen plays it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
still a little chance here.
Yeah.
Oh, and Steen. And there's no tiger play here.
You need a 6
Oh,
pretty bad.
Now it starts to go very bad for red.
Mm-hmm.
Steen will hit and make the point, I guess. But it's good decision, good thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going Steen's way here.
Yeah.
Going all the way for white. 5 out. All the way. He will need the 2-6 red. Still not 6 prime. So it's definitely 4. Could consider moving 2 inside. There's the prime. Looks like the match.
Yep, it does. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was a very good position for red,
Mm-hmm.
kind of
Yeah.
got destroyed by the 5-5.
Yes, but the double aces that red had to make the bar point. He made the bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
very fast.
Very fast. It may have been correct, but my first idea was to play the back checkers up.
Yeah,
And I'm not sure, maybe it was a huge mistake to play up the back checkers, but they were in danger of getting trapped. And I don't know what is more important than blocking your opponent's 6s from the 24 point or mobilizing the back checkers. I would have
yeah,
thought about it.
yeah. Normally it'll just be right to of course make the prime, and
probably right.
but I know that sometimes you just need to look at it.
Yes, I felt like that was what I wanted to do at this roll because the timing was going against me for a priming game, and I felt that moving up the back checkers was what I wanted to do.
And that
And then I rolled the aces.
And I guess you're not talking about your timing, but you are actually talking about Steen's timing. Because you had the timing before the 5-5, but that 5-5 really just ruined it. And Steen was kind of moving towards making a prime that
Himself.
would just ruin your timing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious and looking forward to the transcription
Yeah,
of this match.
Indeed.
And if necessary, I will transcribe it myself. To
Let's see if Steen can leave a small open door for Michael here. Somehow leave a
could
shot.
be double
or-
5. I don't know
Yeah.
what.
It's not totally over,
No, not totally. No.
but definitely looking bad for red.
Like here, double 5s followed by an immediate 6 or something. You close it and you prepare your victory march.
Yeah. But let's just bring those checkers in safely first.
I think Steen played very well.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
impressed
he
by
always
certain
does.
technicalities
Yeah.
which he got really. I think he plays very well.
Yeah.
And I wonder who he will play in the final. Will it be a John Roysett or will
Yeah.
it be a semi-final coming? No, this is
This is
the
semi-final. Yeah.
So is it John Roysett or is it Svempa?
Let's see what the score is in that game. It will definitely be a Nordic final.
For Nordic final, okay.
Yeah. So 11-11 it is at the other match, and maybe we could switch over when this one is finished.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's see if we can find that one. And also
So-
the final will start at 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
We will be back with more commentaries by then. Double six is just not enough. So it's a very small plan B.
Mm-hmm. You need
Miracles?
oh,
Yeah,
wow,
let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Let's go, Michael. Will you keep us in this game?
It's possible.
It is? Oh,
No, not this
that's it.
time.
Some ones, maybe no. Yeah, that's
He
it.
needs 2 of them.
That's it. Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, it's over.
yeah.
Okay, what a match.
What a match indeed.
Okay, what can we say to wrap up? Confident, solid display by Steen. I
Yeah.
feel the luck was on his side. Some
was.
games
Yeah.
turned a bit cruelly against Vardanyan, but it is inherent to backgammon that it can swing either way, and there must be a winner. And it is Steen. Congratulations, Steen, for this place in the final at what used to be his tournament.
Yeah, Steen has been running this tournament for, I guess, more than 10 years.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And as Terje writes on the chat here that that is why Steen is stepping down as tournament director now. It's
Mhm.
because he wants to win it all,
All right.
and he is one of Denmark's strongest players.
Yes.
If you compare by performance rating in XG, he
Mhm.
is top 3,
Mhm.
I guess, and he consistently just plays like below 3. I know his average is not below 3, but
consistently
he-
below 3.
yeah.
No,
But
Thomas.
he plays a lot of matches there, and he is a very strong player.
He is.
I really I must say that.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I'm sure he probably consistently plays between 3.5 and 4.
Yeah.
I think that sounds fair. Yeah. Sometimes people say, well, he is a good player. He plays 2.8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like you are in a high jump and that once you have jumped over 2 meters and 20 centimeters that you are then somebody who can jump over 2 meters and 20 centimeters. It's not because you play 2.5 in one match that you are a 2.5 player. For me, PR, consistent PR, is over
Yeah, you're right.
over a batch of matches, like hundreds of experience points. But he is a grandmaster.
He
is a grandmaster, and judging by what Michael showed us yesterday, he is probably also a grandmaster level.
Indeed.
So it was a world-class match,
Yeah.
played at a blistering speed
Yeah.
by Michael and also by Steen in the beginning. So it was a very exciting match to watch.
Yeah.
And not easy to commentate on because of the speed. But congrats to Steen, and let's see if we can switch to the other semi-final. Let's see what Thomas can do here for us.
Let's see here. Just going to move this one a little bit. And then I will just need to click here.
There we are.
There we are.
There we are. What a treat. What a treat.
Let's see. Can we make it work? It will probably just be no.
So we are 6 away, 6 away.
And they are playing the other way around, I see.
Ah, yes, they are. So black is at the bottom, playing to the right.
Yep.
That's John Christian Roysett, former world champion.
Yeah.
And Sven Olaf Noren with the white pieces, playing on top of the board.
Svempa.
Svempa. I don't
Two
know him
very
that well.
experienced players.
Yes, experienced. And Svempa is actually quite funny to watch live because he is like muttering sometimes to himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, a great disposer, good-humored, philosophical. But what's going on in this game here? It looks like a simple race.
Yeah. No cube yet.
No cube yet. Let's count. 77, 106, 108 for black. 108, 68, 76, 108, 120. 108, 120 is my quick count, but I would of course count again if this were a match. So 108, 120 would be a narrow take. There's the take. Good. My pip count can't have been far off. 6 away, 6 away. Wow, it could be over in one game. It all depends on what happens. Not a good roll for Sven Paar. He wants to catch up. Better than average here for John. Is it John or Jon?
Yeah, I think it's Jon.
Jon!
Yeah.
Okay.
But I guess that also depends on from where in Norway you are from, because they also have dialects.
I see, Jon.
Not sure if it's the same all the way around.
Yeah. I'm a great fan of Royset, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, I love his composure over the board. He has this disdainful look on his face.
Yeah.
It's like he couldn't care less about what's happening on the board. Very deliberate player also. Great table composure. Table presence.
Both are bearing in
6-3, yeah.
Black is still well in the lead.
Yeah.
It's like a huge favorite here now.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Svempa needs to produce. Put some guys on the 4
Oh,
point.
that's an illegal roll, I think. 5-3.
No,
Oh, no, it was good.
fine.
Good, yes. Sorry.
Now aiming for that double 6.
Mhm.
Oh,
Keep me posted.
yeah, I will. Could consider putting one guy on the 4 point. I would have done that. Just small technicality. Still need the high doubles now, unless you will get a lot more help from Jon Christian. 6-1. He needs to roll higher.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Okay.
Now a little help.
Ooh la la. Huge
Still
deficit.
needs-
Even double sixes.
Yeah,
6-2. Okay.
that's the 2, I think.
Yeah. Okay, barring catastrophes, Jon.
Good thing that he doesn't just take off 2 checkers from the 6 point. Take the 3
course.
forced plays, then look at where should put the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like going to the 1 point, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the way you win this
Svempa.
one.
Okay.
That's more like for, and you can also see the time here that Jon has like 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and what was
Yeah.
it, 11 minutes for Sven Olav?
Okay. And all out.
This was, this, don't use your time on this one. That's kind of,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
Just
he
play
has
it
plenty
and-
of time.
Yeah, he has plenty, but you know, it will change a micro big.
Mm-hmm.
It will not change anything that would actually benefit for those seconds that you could use in the end of the match. He needs to roll big doubles, and that is pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
Then it doesn't matter how you move that 2-1. Doesn't matter much, anyways. Again, you're looking for something that's not there.
Uh-huh.
You have 9 checkers.
No.
You have the 8 checkers, but you can just make it. But no. Alright, 13-11.
Yep.
Now we get to that interesting 4-way score.
Yes.
Again.
6-way, 4-way. 64% for the leader. Am I right? Yes. 6-way, 4-way. No, 29%. 29. I keep mixing those up.
Well, that's 71.
No, 36, yeah.
Okay.
64% for Jorn.
Yeah.
Okay, double fours.
From the bar.
Yeah, from the bar. I think you make the 9. Okay, different approach.
Yeah. I kind of like this one, but I'm not sure.
I think maybe making the 9 and stepping up to the 20 points was also worth considering.
Definitely. I like that one.
Hmm.
Then what?
Yeah, then what? Maybe you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, it's a little bit tight.
Oh,
I would have considered the 8 point. Oh, no, wait. Let's get the. Is that the. This one? Can we just do some volume thing? It's just a TV going off here. Let's see. Where's the volume?
okay. So Svempa has options. He can make the anchor, but he would have to count the race.
Yeah, and he likes staying back now
Yeah.
because black is in such a tight position.
There's 6 black checkers, I think, on the 6 points instead of 5.
I like this one. He keeps the sheriff on the 24 point, so that Jon cannot just freely play behind. And maybe he should just go to the 1 point and get him off there, get him away from there. Yeah, 20 points is semi-automatic. It says I think so too, and especially because you have the last checker on the 24 point. So not the hit yet. Still, it's a little awkward positions already.
Yeah. To say the least.
Yeah, Jon Christian is improving a bit. And the hit is not game changing now for White, because now he can get hit back. Oh, he
What?
doesn't. Yeah, so he makes the 4 before the
really?
hit. Interesting.
Oh,
Interesting.
that it feels wrong to me.
But he feels that he's so much ahead in this position that he will keep getting the shots. So now he's probably just improving his board
I see.
and waiting for the next shot. Let's see if that comes up. Let's see if he overthought that one. I like the idea, but I'm not sure it's right. It would not have been my first intuition move. That would of course have been the hit, and then look around afterwards. But
I mean, he sent the 3rd checker back. He went from 3 versus 2 checkers back to the other way around.
yeah,
That caught me by surprise.
let's see how it plays out
The
then.
3-2
Let's see, 6-1.
play into the 6.
Oh, yeah, I like this one.
We will slot
let's
the
stop and
3.
see.
Why?
Will he do it?
Because he now thought, of course, Svempa didn't hit.
Yeah, also that.
He didn't hit. Maybe he won't hit now.
If I stopped with the 6 there, I would definitely go for the 3 point, the pure play. But also, he's not too afraid of getting hit because he
No.
can re-enter, and it will leave White with maybe 2 or 3 blots, at least 1. So yeah. But I'm not sure why he makes for the 1 point. At least he's using the guy there on the 2 point, which was otherwise dead. That's the one. That is probably the one. Black is looking for a chance to escape one of the either the 13 or the 21 point, and White just plays with patience still. He is sure he will get the shot. Let's see, 4-2, I guess.
4-2.
Yeah, 3 point was best. Tommy Bergring, thanks for the comment. That is also the pure play. But he brings into play the checker there, and yeah, I'm not sure if he was just aiming to get better timing. All right, here's the hit.
Here's the hit.
Here's the
double hit even.
Hit even, yeah.
Okay,
And now,
cube
what
time.
are we looking at?
Yep.
Indeed.
Good cube. And
is that just a pass for
I,
black?
I think it is.
Yeah, I would.
I think I would pass because of the pointing numbers on the ace.
Yeah, I don't like this one. You do not want to get gammon
Voilà.
here. You can just keep the 13-12 lead 4 away, having good gammons for yourself still, instead of coming up to like 13-15 and then it's the other way around.
Yep. But 2 minutes and 2 minutes and a half for Jon.
Yeah.
Okay.
For some of us, which when I am down at this time, I would just start playing awkwardly and I would aim for a big cube to get the match going and not lose on time.
Oh,
But
yes.
but for these guys who are playing this all the time and world-class players, they can play down to like 8 seconds and still use time to think. This is yeah. Was it too good then? You know, if White kind of thinks that Black will pass this, is it then probably could he play for too good?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It was there was the 4-point or the 20-point anchor, 21 point
that
it was.
the anchor. There's not enough gammons.
Yeah. And White still had a little work to do, I guess. I would definitely have cubed it as well. Could be wrong, but it's a very good. It was indeed a blunder. Too good.
What?
Nice. Very very well seen.
What?
Very
81.
good blunder. Yeah.
Well,
So basically.
but again, this is the discussion: XG versus human.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are thinking you might be too good, the first question I ask myself is, could my opponent take?
Yeah.
Could he erroneously take?
Yeah.
I mean, some people take too good pass cubes.
Yeah.
You know, it could happen. Of course, Jon is a bit too good of a player to hope for something like that, but
Yeah.
I can see the value in cubing,
Yeah.
even if it's 80 millipoints too good.
And I think that also the way Svempa played here, not hitting on the first 5 he got,
Yes,
patiently waiting to get other shots,
Yes.
preparing the board,
yes.
and I kind of, in the state of mind he was in, he would hit the check or hit the blood and then cube. But what he probably didn't consider on the way was that he actually hit 2 checkers now. And there was one at the bar and 1 slot at the 2 point, so that is where it probably became too good.
Yes.
But I think he was looking for the double all the way around.
Yeah. Seemed that he was happy with the 1 point. He wants to edge closer point by point.
Yeah.
I think he wants to stretch the match. 5 away, 4 away, with the opponent having 2 minutes. Maybe he just wants to, you know, gradually, step by step, edge closer to to a match ending.
And here Jon has some threats,
Yes.
and he's thinking about it. He cannot think too long, I guess, with the timing issues, but definitely good to just stop up, use at least your, what's it called, the delay time, and then some, to see, because it is 4 away, and he should double aggressively on the gammons.
Yeah, I think he will double now, because gammons give him the match.
I think it's still an awkward position for him. I like it's an easy take for White still.
Yeah.
But and missing the 7 point and the 4 point, I'm not sure. It's very interesting. It's getting very close. I agree with that. And Svempa doesn't have the best 4-1 here, and then he thinks again, and then he.
There
cubes.
is the cube,
There
and
is
I
the cube.
agree with it.
I kind of does not like the 6 guys on the 6 point.
You
but,
think Svempa will take?
I
We just said that he was trying to edge closer
think
to.
he was.
He passes.
Oh, he
yeah,
recognizes the gammon here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure about that one. This is kind of the position. If that was me doubling, it would have been a no double take. But these guys, they are playing here all the time. They most of the time know what they're doing. So I like the idea to pass it, and maybe also pass it, because he would get, as you said just before, extra games, and Jon Christian only has 2.2 minutes now.
Yes.
So could take advantage of that. Is that something to take into consideration?
Definitely. But also the gammon value, in my view.
Yeah.
The gammon value is 0.8, very high.
Yeah.
So that was definitely a position with 28% gammons.
Yeah.
So times 0.8 is about 20 you can add to your winning chances. So, I mean, once you have like 50, 58, 59% winning chances with 20% gammons, you are close to a pass.
Yeah. Big pass indeed as well.
Mm-hmm. Does they say that?
very
Do they
good
say
pass,
that?
yeah.
Of
Very
course.
good double then.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 5 away, 3 away is interesting. Now, of course, Sven Paar cannot be too timid.
No. Also,
He
the
cannot
timing thing, we have two Danish players who tend to spend all their time in the beginning of the match,
Mhm.
or often ending up with kind of below 10 seconds on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a match between Martin Kahn and Thomas Mühr. And Thomas Mühr, the well-known Danish time consumer,
Mm-hmm.
was down to 8 seconds.
Mhm.
And that was already when he had about 12 points on his scoreboard.
Mm-hmm.
And Martin had, it was a lead 12-9, something like that. And Martin took a cube where I was like, but couldn't you just pass it and then play on the time issue? But as he said, I know Thomas. I know that he plays on these time
Mm-hmm.
stamps a lot of the time, so he will bring home the match
Sure.
within time.
Mm-hmm.
That will not be the issue. The issue will be, can I beat him during? So, and I don't think you should look that much on the time,
Uh-huh.
even though it's tempting.
What to do here? It's
Yeah.
difficult.
Maybe the 2 point.
Yes, okay.
Seems clear to Svempa. Sven Olav. All right. Yeah, the high angle, right?
Okay.
That must be it. Okay.
Mhm.
Decisions. There's also the 4 point, but he's very sure that he should anchor up.
Yes.
It's probably the right play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 6-1. That's awkward, but creates some outfield control and doesn't leave shots. The race is what? It's all too quick. 68, 75, 135, 60, 124. So white is up about 10, 11 pips. And there's a double 6. So we are looking at a double pass if Jon doesn't find something very high. And he doesn't. So this looks like double pass to me. 100, yeah. 60, 90, 102, and so on and so on. Clear pass. Interesting stuff. 4 away, 3 away. Once again, we have this challenging score.
Yeah.
So hard to predict who will win this. Nobody can predict what's going to happen. So exciting to watch. Both players have their goodies with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see who benefits from the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the green box in the bottom is sugar free, and
Mhm.
Svempa has
There's the
definitely
sweets.
not sugar free up there.
He's the one with the sweet tooth. Okay. Okay.
Do you
6-2 is nice.
do you bring anything for energy when you play tournaments? Like now we're drinking coffee, and but
Yes, I
Do
do.
you
I
give
bring my
protein bars
personal
or-
pillow.
yeah. Also for the sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bring my personal pillow. but that's about it.
Do you make sure to, of course, get your sleep, go to bed early?
That's all I do.
Prepare and yeah.
In Montenegro, I was 7 days in Montenegro. The only thing I did was walk around the pool once.
Yeah.
So people can say, well, you need fresh air, you need oxygen, yes, but I spend all my time in bed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I need my sleep.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But I know a lot of people go to tournaments for the parties and for the social life as well.
No. So yes,
But
I
you-
know. Good.
I guess
I'm
you
not
were
that
aim
kind
to
of-
win it first and then party.
And not even then.
Not even then. Okay.
Not even then. I mean, I was finalist and I didn't even go to the gala dinner.
Ah. Okay.
I can't stand gala dinners, so it's
Ah.
too noisy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's focus on the match maybe. Wow, cube. Is this speculative? I think it is. I mean, this take must be easy, right? I
Not
know that
sure.
white's gammons are worth a full point. But how many gammons? Wow, he drops this?
Would do that as well. I
I
was
mean,
way
really?
off before, and I kind of like a little bit the same idea here.
Oh, really?
Black is not developed at all. White has all the initiative. It is a holding game, but
With all these blots in the outfield and stuff? Well, I forgot the position, but surely. Okay, let's watch this chat. I mean, I would have taken. What does it say?
Yeah. It's just the timing that we
mhm,
talked
it's about timing.
Miroslav Kovac is also
Yep.
time consumer.
Yeah.
Could play 5 games below 10 seconds. I know that when I play the speed matches, that I also sometimes do not even use time bank, or at least a few seconds.
Yeah, but
So
I saw super speed in Montenegro. I mean, it's a circus act.
yeah.
It's a circus act. I
What's
don't.
the time on that?
30 seconds for a 5-point match with 7 seconds on the delay
Okay.
time.
But the delay time is crazy because you cannot pick up the dice and roll. So like if the dice was ready within the first second, then I would agree that it could be fun. But the shaking and the dice turning around and all that kind of stuff, it makes for some bad things, I guess.
Yes.
All right, what's going on here? 3 away, 3 away.
Mm-hmm.
You know the percentages. You're very good at that.
Yeah, your take point is a bit higher than normal. It's 26%, I think. And the gammon value is also like normal. So, yeah. Let's confirm. Non-gammon adjusted. No, I'm wrong here. Take point is for a dead cube is 30%, and yeah, with recube vig you can go like 24%. So let's say your take point is a bit normal, a bit higher than for money, but not too much higher. And the gammons should be worth half a point. That's what I know.
Yeah.
It's correct.
Belgrain has put in the last doubling position, and it was a take by 148.
That's
so
what
a
I
big take.
That's what I thought. I mean, how could he have dropped this? He had a high anchor. The other guy only had a 6 and 2 blots in his outfield. Okay.
Is he playing the guy? Is he maybe if he feels better? We don't know how the match have progressed.
It could be. I mean, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
By the drop.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he has his reasons.
You probably do, and also that score can also scare some people.
Now Svenpa hits,
Yeah.
even though he has the weaker board. Now he hits. I think he must have overseen the hit
That's
in the previous
opposite
game.
of before.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that is exactly the opposite that he did before, where he was more patient. Let's see if he how this one plays out then.
Yeah, interesting. In a way, you have to be careful because your opponent has the stronger board. So high volatility here.
I'm very high.
Jon needs to hit, and he does,
He does, yeah.
with the ace. And you hold your breath. You just hope your opponent dances. And you never know what the...
1, 2.
Yeah. 1, 2.
I think it
Wow,
is.
what do you do? Do
Yeah.
you hit? I
I
think-
think what you do is that you prepare yourself for the doubling cube. Or
Yeah. 1 and 2.
yeah, that's
Does the cube come now? It may well. I'm not sure because you cannot like hit and cover your blot. I think it's still a bit
a little bit too early.
too brittle, too thin.
I'd like to see how it plays out.
Yes, this is
It's a very interesting decision.
Very
for Jon. Will he
interesting,
consider it
difficult.
even? No,
Yeah.
no, he shakes on. No, there he goes. He thinks about it. Yeah,
Wow.
he finds it.
and there's the
I'm
take.
looking forward to seeing this one. Easy take, of
Yes.
course. Oh, what a
Great
nice-
number.
It should play somehow good.
Yes, but yeah.
Ah.
What do you do? Do you make the bar?
I would make the bar. Yeah, I like that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Or you can make the 10 and put 2 checkers on the 5. You make your 5 point because maybe you should prepare for being attacked
Yeah.
by strengthening your board.
Yeah.
I think I make my 5 point and the 10.
And I
That
think
would be my
that's-
play.
Yeah. It's a good one as well.
And now Svenpa
Probably
needs
the right
to
one.
direct all his attention to a blitz. 6-2. There you are.
Yeah. But he could prime.
No.
That's why he
Really?
just waits a little bit.
Okay, good. It's good to. He has the time. He could prime. You are right.
That's the priming play. But he does that. I'm not
Prime
sure.
a single checker?
Yeah. And he doesn't have that many builders for the 5 points.
No,
No.
3 only.
And he steps up here. Yeah, that looks correct.
No.
Now why? But okay, now he activates actually the checkers on the 7 and the 8, right? So now white will use those for the 3 point. So I'm not. Yeah.
Okay.
He must also try to escape that one.
Yeah. I wonder if Sempa had to start attacking or not.
Okay,
What
how
is
do you
this? 1
That's not one.
and 3. So he's playing a priming game against this single checker.
I like the blitzing game more. I'm not sure about this.
I'm not sure.
Let's see.
Can you win a I'm not sure.
No, he's up.
I would have blitzed.
Yeah.
Of course, you had to give 9 shots from the bar or 10 shots from the bar, but I think that's where his chances lay.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
I've probably looked at that one as well. I would play down with the 8, but with the 4, yeah. That one.
4 and to the ace? Oh, no. Oh, he played the 2 up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay,
So
now
he must blitz.
Yeah, now he must blitz, and
it's a
he
good
is
blitzing number.
lucky. He doesn't
It's
roll
a
a 5
good
or a 6.
Prime number as well.
Wow. So, pressure on Jon.
And now what? Now what?
Now what? The good question. The
This is
take
a
point
good-
for black is 25%. So you need 75%. Do you have 75% in this position? I don't think so. You have gammons also which win the match.
This is interesting.
This is interesting and sophisticated.
And Svenpa has all the time in the world to.
Yeah.
And he does. He redoubles.
Wow. And can you
Can
take?
you take this? Now we will see if Jon Christian thinks he has those 25%.
Oh
and
my,
remember that
this is
gammons does not
difficult.
count anymore.
I think this is a great cube,
Gammons
even though
have
it's
been taken out, and you just need to consider the game-winning chance here.
yes.
64% is in the chat. That leaves 36 for Jon, and an obvious take. Let's see if that's correct. Tommy, did you put that in the machine?
Yes, I did. I did.
And you did as well?
I did,
That's the
and
one.
the cube is on the other side for white. I have
Very interesting. Now,
no redouble take.
no
Monster
redeem.
take.
Oh, 366 take.
Yes.
Totally right by Tommy Berggren, who had already put in. Tommy, are you live? Are you transcribing the whole match? Or are you just setting up positions?
So white
monster
only
take.
had 65% in that position, being with 2 checkers behind the 4 prime. So
And also 52 seconds on the clock. This was his,
Yeah, yes.
yeah.
Wow,
You
I'm a bit
shouldn't look at that.
I'm a bit stunned
Yeah.
at what I'm seeing.
But is this then the time issue that he did not have like 2 minutes to calculate this?
Probably.
Okay, thanks, Tommy. He's just writing on the chat here.
Mhm.
It did look scary. It looked very scary. I like the cube a lot, and obviously it's only a 40. It's a 40 error to redouble. But this is the kind of this is a mental position, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a very small bluff, and you induce your player to make a very big error.
Yes.
Just like we talked about
Yes.
a little earlier
Yes.
in the pause.
Correct. I mean, I didn't know, to be honest.
No.
I didn't know if it was
Me
a take
neither.
or not.
Me neither, not at
I
all.
cannot condemn Jon for passing because I had no idea myself. Because you have to think away the gammons from the position. And it's of course a huge pass normally because you lose 30% gammons. Well, still 30 minus 9, 22, 11. It would still be a take for money with the gammons.
Yeah.
But without the gammons, you just have to figure in the winning chances. And since it was a prime versus prime kind of thing,
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what I would have thought. Prime versus prime is like mid 60s mostly. And your take point is 25%. So yeah, a bit surprised by the quick pass.
Yeah.
Okay, but in the meantime, we are in a different game. It's a Crawford game. Both players should be playing it as if it were a double match point because the gammons are out of the equation. And who is favorite in this game?
Looks like black if he doesn't hit.
Black he still needs to escape.
But probably somewhat even race, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's also stated here in the comments that this is the second time in the match that Jon Christian is actually passing a no double.
Yes.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
So it could maybe talk for that he feels he's the better player and he should not have the swings, but
maybe he. I don't know.
or else
Maybe he's not in
the zone. Yeah.
not in the zone
Yeah.
or not
Yeah.
in the best shape.
The second one, of course, he's pressed on time and stuff, but I'm not.
I mean, he looked fit to me.
Yeah.
He looked
definitely.
fit and focused.
As you said just before, he's the kind of guy that you will not see any feelings on.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to know what he thought.
Yeah. All right.
And did
6-5,
he get?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-5.
Is it time to go? It rarely is. He wants to control that back checker,
Yeah,
but will he leave too much if he brings it in?
I think White is favorite.
Yeah, it is.
White is
definitely shifted,
favorite.
unless he escapes that black one.
That's yeah, that's right.
Pure play.
Wow, small numbers extend the prime and large a 6 can run.
Was that 6-4 coming up? Yeah.
6-4, he does this.
He still desperately needs 2-3 and out.
Mhm.
Oh, it's 3.
3-1.
He should probably step up.
Yes.
How about the 1? Would you wouldn't consider burying that check on the 2 point, would you?
No.
Was that 2 5s?
Could be.
It would probably have moved a little faster, so maybe something like 6-5 or 4-5. Let's see what he will look on.
Mm-hmm.
4-5. No,
5-2. Okay, Jon needs to escape.
He doesn't.
Oh,
He doesn't.
aye.
Then,
Aye.
Then
Now
what?
maybe you can slot. No?
yeah. Oh,
With the
very
two
good
blots
idea.
there, I'm
I
not
like
sure.
the thing that you don't lift the points, but I also like your slot play.
I'm not sure.
No?
Oh, 2-5.
All right. This is on
Oh.
the edge. This position is on the edge. Who will escape? Who will do the attacking? What
Mhm.
will happen? Jon needs to produce
81,
more than a 3.
83, 86.
A little bit higher.
Yeah, black is up in the race big time.
And he escapes.
Yes.
And probably the 2 point here. Yeah.
Okay.
So now black, turn of tables again. Black is back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what white can do. He had the decision on the 5-2 to actually attack. So
Oh, that's an ugly one. It's an ugly one.
Oops.
You don't have a clear 3. Wow.
Clear the 7 point perhaps.
Wow.
Or he can play the 6 to the 1.
Mm-hmm.
This one, yeah. I like that one. Also solves the problem by clearing, but you'll probably never get the 5 point now, and that will be a little awkward bearing in. White out of timing.
2
though.
out.
Yeah.
2
that
out.
Could be. That could be. Thanks for the nice comments, Misiakov. We definitely try to do our best here. Let's see. How about this one?
Yeah, how this one? I already I play 2 out. It could be hugely wrong. We're down in the race, but it creates most outfield control. You want to contain that last checker.
Yeah, and as you said before, gammons does not count here. It counts a little bit for.
No, gammons don't count. No.
Yeah, it's just a free drop.
Yeah.
So he should play on for the play that gives you the most game-winning chances.
Exactly.
Not look at any gammon one way or the other.
Right.
And if he buries his 2 checkers in his own board, he will have to leave anyways afterwards, and it could be even worse for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I like this idea.
Yeah.
Let's see what he could he run all the way? Nah, that's too many numbers, giving the 4s away. Yeah. And he plays out.
He plays out. He does what we suggested.
And 2-1 must hit.
It's correct.
That is correct.
Yeah. But
But
1
not
out
by-
would
but
also
not
have
by
been
much.
nice. Yep, 1
Yeah.
out would have been nice with 7-3.
Double
He
3.
got hit 1. You make oh la 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 la. You have 1 3 too many. 1 2 3.
Oh, 1
Oh.
too little. Yeah, I'd play that one as well. But he definitely wants to build his board, making even more threat to black to attack next time. Okay, Tommy's rolled it out, and it's an even decision of going out and playing 7-1-6-2. So I guess if we put that one on a deeper rollout, it will show us a little different story.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of interesting. Also, that's what's your game plan? How do you want to win it? And that varies from people,
Okay.
person to person. Okay, now, yeah. So again, the race.
5-4. Fell out. 5 in.
He has 30 seconds, so he cannot be as precise on the unless he's running. He's doing running pip counts now.
No need. Come on, make your
Yes,
board,
make your
Svempa.
board. It's thinking about
Stepping up, yes. So he,
But
yeah.
that would be if he was better in the race, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Double 4s.
1,
It's a
2,
nice roll.
3, 4. Good.
Yeah, must be the one.
Okay. How big would this be, like, for Svempa to reach the final here?
Yeah, I'm also thinking that.
Probably something he was not expecting. I'm not
But
sure.
he has
I'm not
played here a lot of times and really well deserved that finally this is his year,
Mm-hmm.
coming to the semi-final. Jon Christian as well, by the way. Also,
yes.
I've seen him here most of the years.
Yes, almost every year.
Yeah, exactly. So these guys, it's very well deserved that they are playing the semi-final here.
Mm-hmm.
And what an exciting finish it will be if black can pull this one home.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let's see if we get a small break.
A small break.
Before
Maybe.
the double match point.
Maybe on there's a little breaks to compose
Yeah,
himself, but he is not the break-taking type.
No.
I find. I
Yeah.
saw some other matches of his, and it's always the opponent who asks for a break.
Yeah. Don't count Swemper, just roll.
Yeah.
You could, yeah,
Swemper.
but actually, this is not so much. But if Jon Christian could lose a few seconds during Barov,
Mm-hmm.
it would help Swemper a little bit. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's just roll it to the end. See if the opponent has one of those dice who just rolls around, and could lose a few seconds on that. Probably not the issue here, but so. All right.
Okay, what an ending.
What an ending.
That's great. So the first semi-final was won by Steen Grunbach, who is now waiting in the final,
Yep.
relaxing,
Mentally preparing.
mentally preparing. And I don't know if he has a preference for any of these two players.
Probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, we don't know.
Are they?
No break. Good.
He's just mixing up the dice.
So this is the famous Gammon Go score.
If they are probably discussing something here, because see if we can.
So
do something.
Jon should go aggressively for the gammon because the gammon wins him the match. Of course, it's the Crawford game, so he cannot cube. There is the cube,
Has to keep-
and it is a take.
Yeah. So White got the first roll here.
Yes, he
and
says-
he is ahead in the game. And
Right,
he has
right,
to take
right.
It.
Sure. Has to take anything where he wins the first roll, maybe except for 4-1 or something,
Yeah.
where it's optional. Okay, now as Svempa, you want a
Svempa
simple game.
And he prepares to run.
Yeah, prepares to run 6-5.
And you still just make.
I
that
think I
bar
would
point.
like that. I would like that as white. You only need to safety your checker.
So the question
4-1
to
is
have
not
a stake
good.
behind. It's just two.
I would double slot.
Yeah, slot 5 and 4.
Or maybe step up with the ace. That's also. No,
That is
Svempa, what are you
definitely the
doing?
wrong idea
It
here, I
must
think.
be wrong.
Yeah.
That must be wrong.
He's just
Wow, and
thinking
now
that
there's
he
the
would
double
not
hit.
on those
Why the
twos.
double hit? Why not double hit?
Now he's ahead in the race, I guess.
Shouldn't he have double hit?
Yeah, I think he should
Oh,
definitely do it, but
no.
he's in time pressure still, so he doesn't have. He has to play on intuition here.
6-5.
How about the double hit now?
You have to.
Still not. He's just trying to bring them home safe. That
Okay.
is his game plan. He
Okay.
decided that before, I guess.
Oh.
And that's that's 4-6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, and
then he
another
dances
dance.
on double 6.
Oh
Oh,
my
my god.
God.
And in the double match point game, they both produced double 6 from the bar. Changing the.
Oh, I'm a bit in shock because, and
Yeah.
I know exactly what it is because I have been so often in time pressure, and you make blunder after blunder. If your brain doesn't have the time to
now
think.
will he hit? Now he must come in.
I
and
think
hit, right?
and now he should hit. He must hit. He doesn't care about gammons against, and nobody cares about gammons against. It's double match point, of course. He doesn't hit. Okay, good. Maybe correct. 78.
Swemper taking his
117,
time, bragging that he
130.
has more than 26 seconds on the clock.
130, 80, 120, that's close. And you don't have time to count if you are under time pressure.
He should count now. He should
Yeah,
count
he should
in
count.
Swemper's time.
He has the time.
I think there's a little bit of
105, 120,
psychological
142.
game going on from Swemper now. If I know him correct, he will be
139,
mumbling something and
178,
yeah.
117, 131. Yeah, Svempar's down.
Swemper's
Svempar's down in the
so
race.
Maybe it's
Even
correct. So
after the roll, he is still like 6 or 7 pips down.
maybe
What
it's
does that
correct.
mean?
It means that probably it's correct not to hit on that 5.
But he rolled what, 2-1,
2-1,
right?
I think it is, yeah. Probably he's thinking 8-5 or 6-5, 15-13, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or slotting to 7 maybe.
Oh,
What could he be
that's
thinking?
imaginative. Maybe he wants to complicate a bit. Yeah, maybe he does.
Yeah. I'm just reading the comments here. Somebody saying that Mistyakov saying smokers are the ones who need the brakes. But sometimes, if I were down to 26 seconds, I would need a break anytime. I would be stressed as never before.
What did I say here about Gammon Go? That was stupid. Of course it's not Gammon Go,
No,
it's post
yeah.
Crawford.
Yeah.
Stupid thing of me to say.
This is double match point. This is the end.
Yes.
Black with an awkward positioning and white.
Yeah, Black under
trying
pressure.
to-
He needs to
yeah.
produce. Any dance would be horrible. He comes in, but it's
Now
not
he
good.
must hit, right?
And now I feel he must hit, otherwise, well, I'm not sure. Because it's not well.
This is just, yeah.
Oh,
he
wow.
Still tries to run it home.
Ah.
Maybe he has the running pip count here. It's still pretty close in the race.
Svempa must attack.
Yeah. And
What's
and
that? Not good. It's an
definitely
ace.
a one. But and the black checker there is can run out on the sixes, and that
Yes.
is probably why.
Yes, so he should attack. I don't know what ace it is, but it doesn't matter what ace it is. You attack.
It's 3-1 or 4-1.
3-1 or 4-1. Probably 3-1 because he or 2-1. No, 3-1 it must be. And he attacks. Oh, it's 4-1. Yep, that's the one.
Should he
Ooh.
should he actually make that one?
In the back.
But does he need that point?
Well, there was like I didn't see any other ace.
Well, he could
Or
have
maybe
played
he
to
could
the
play
9
10 to-
point
10
or
to 9.
6-5 or something like that.
Now there's a hit. He has to count.
He has all the time in the world.
Yeah. Well,
I like the idea here.
yeah, I think
Give yourself
so.
some time to make the 4 point or the bar point.
1, 2.
Oh, does he hit? And where does he hit?
Oh, there he hits.
There he hits.
And to 8 to 6. Right.
Keeping the race up.
And the volatility is very high now.
Yeah. Awkward
And
position
it
still.
awkward, and it could be a longish game, and
But
you
he
hit
does-
again.
Yeah, he does. It's 5-2, so he does not get hit on the
Yeah.
home board, but there it's fine for black. He would like to step up without the hit.
Oh,
Not too big an issue unless
Yeah,
he
no.
comes in and make another point.
if I were white, I would love to
4
close.
point.
The 4 point is strong. Now
Right.
pressure on Royset.
Definitely pressure.
It's not there.
Now things are looking good for
Noren
white.
needs a 9 or a 7 or a 12. What is this?
5-3.
8.
Does he slot the bar point now? Would you do that?
Oh, that's a good question.
I would do that. Yeah.
You would do it?
Yeah, I would do it.
Okay. You
Think
are a
it's
strong player.
Very good play.
Aye, it's going against Jon.
Yeah.
6s, 7s, aces. What's that? The 7.
Seven. And then
Yeah, you
pretty
close.
close.
What? Don't tell me you are. What? What?
Yeah, but he needs to look at it. I like that.
Really?
But still, I would close as well. Yeah, that's the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right idea.
I think so.
Now he needs to produce.
Oh, 2-6 would have been huge.
Yeah, it would.
Oh my god, it can be over right now. It can be over pretty quickly. A 6-5 seals it. Now you have to start mobilizing.
And do you do anything about the 2 blots over there, or do you keep them
No,
as builders?
no, you keep them. You keep them. You want to close your board. I think I would want to close my board. Black still has a blot in board.
How about the race now? Is he...
The race.
Yes.
97 and 25. 122 for black. 122 for black. 53.
He's in.
It's close.
But it's not good.
No, it's not good. It leaves a
And
second
that is why
double
he can play
shot.
freely wide. He stopped duplicating a little bit there.
Oh, now if you miss this, it's horrible. What is it?
Is it 2-1?
No, he hits. I mean, if it had been 2-1, he would have had to maybe do banana split.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So 4-1 again.
Yeah, 4-1. Svenola in the driving seat.
Can he come in?
Two
Yeah,
is
he can.
2-6.
So basically he
And
has
no
now
time to think. You have to hit in the... I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do.
No.
Oh. Wow, this must be nerve-wracking, and you
2-6, that's a bad entry.
Oh, very bad.
Black
Gee.
is still alive.
Oh, how can you still be alive?
Black is, as you said before, always keep your hopes up. And
Gee,
this, he
look
don't
at
make the
that.
point. He still has an awkward position,
Yes. Oh, wow.
but this is
Gee.
kind of like he has quadrupled probably his winning chances here, and maybe more. This
Now
is exciting.
Sempa needs to look at plays which complicate matters.
So like splitting the back point?
Maybe. Or like playing 8, yes, splitting maybe, yes.
Yeah. So
Or
now-
playing 18 to 16 or something.
Yeah, I like that.
Or even 18 to 14. What's that?
5-4, I think. So basically the one
See, if you had played 18 to 14,
6-4.
6-4.
Yeah, I guess so.
And hold your breath.
Yeah.
Oh,
He has had a few shots on that one. That's double 2. He dances.
wow, if Royce, that would be so cruel for Svempa to lose this one.
6-3, I guess. I think
Wow, what to do?
the game is about to turn around, but Christian still has to
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah, he still has to
He's
bring it
still
all
under
home.
pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone, and
Any-
he'll be back in trouble.
Yes, and the ace double 5 also hits.
Yeah. 4-3, no
oh,
hit.
cruel.
Just to the 18 point. Or
Really?
Keeping them
I'm not
separated.
sure. Stay in the back. I'm coming with a 3 and slot my deuce.
Yeah, I'm looking at that too.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, emotional commentaries, but this is
Emotional
exciting.
commentary, yeah.
This is the end. This is the final of the semi-final. Every move here decides the game, basically,
Yes, every
and
roll
it
can
keeps
be
turning
decisive.
around,
Yes.
and it could turn around in an instant
Mm-hmm,
if White gets just a little hit, and he's just waiting for that hit.
Yeah. You see, me being in time trouble, I would just play 21 and slot the deuce, not knowing
Yeah.
what's correct. Svempa, thanks to the fact that he has 5 minutes left, he can think about it.
Yeah,
Roy said regaining some of his composure.
10 and
So what? Yeah, tens.
13, 8.
5-3.
Not good.
Oh,
And again,
Oh.
do you then look at the advanced split?
yeah. Yeah. Or maybe I don't know. Where do you split?
Where do you split?
I don't think he should have made the 18 points.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have made the 18 points.
And is this the right idea?
I'm not sure.
Relying on that 18-point holding game.
Okay, now he gets rid of
Now
that.
got
So now we
eights
have
and
what?
tens.
47.
How about
83,
double 5? Will that just win
99.
double 4? Of course. Will that just win the race for White?
I think it does. I think
If
it
he
does.
does not get hit, of course. Now Black has a board, so if he hits back, then he's in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
He must come around those 4s. That's no other. That's no other swimmer.
Yeah.
Don't overthink that one. He's still maybe thinking about the contact.
76. 89. 107 for black. 107
He does,
for black.
yeah.
That's 39 and 40. Oh, he's way ahead in the race.
Yeah, but he,
He's way ahead in the race. White is way ahead in the race.
double 1 would have hit.
So
but,
Jon needs to make his 3-point. No, he's
3.5.
under a direct shot. Whose roll is that?
Jon is
Jon, he has
1-1.
6 seconds. He has
Aye,
to.
he's timing out.
No,
oh
he's
my
timing
God!
out. It's
Make the
one.
move.
He's-
It's too
he's
late.
lost.
He lost on time.
He lost
oh my
on
God!
time.
He lost on time. Overthink, and that's what happens.
Oh my God!
Oh no!
This is like the cruelest
Yeah,
possible
yeah.
thing to happen to you in your life.
This is what happens when you are low on time and roll a small double.
in your lifetime.
You start to think something, and then you forget about the time, And when you finally hit the clock, it's too late. Oh, it's cruel. That is cruel. And
Oh,
what
my
an exciting game
God.
we still had from here. Oh, that's not the best way to lose the semi-final.
This is disgusting.
He was probably behind anyway in the position, but still, he was just struggling back from nothing up to a little more than something,
Yes.
and now back to absolutely nothing. Lost the match on time. What? That's devastating. That is really
is devastating.
sad.
I mean,
Phew.
once you go below 10 seconds,
Yeah,
you
you just
cannot
move.
think anymore.
No,
You
no.
cannot take back a roll. You cannot try out
Yeah.
a roll and think of taking it back. You just have to do something.
Yeah.
And in the worst case scenario, you just throw your checkers somewhere
Yeah,
and push your clock.
yeah. I totally agree.
This is a brain, how do you call that?
Yeah, it's
The brain stops, blocks.
yeah.
He,
Definitely.
he
a
could
block.
have he could have safetied. He
could
could have
just-
played what is it,
Yeah.
17 to 13,
Exactly. That
and he
be
would have
the
been
easy
down in
way.
the race.
Yeah.
Okay,
But an easy game for him to finish. Then he could have finished well within time if he just played that one, saved it up.
yes, he would have been down in the race, but he would still have had at least like 15%
Yeah.
racing chances or something.
But this is where he's trying to figure out: am I well in the race?
Yeah,
Or if I am way behind, should I make the 5 point? And when you first start to think about that, you get away from the time, and yeah, it just runs out.
I mean, this is like tragic. It's tragic because
Yeah, it
I
is.
have been there, and I know the feeling what it is to suddenly hear peep 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 and say what happened here to
Yeah.
me.
Whoa!
Oh wow!
Congratulations, anyways, to Sven Olaf Norén, who will meet Sten Grønbæk in the final in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what a sad way
Brave,
for Jon to
yeah.
finish the tournament. Well played. Yeah, somebody points out that he should just move that one up and then take the race. Yeah,
I think I would have just made the 5 point. But that may have been wrong. I would have made the 5 point. Okay, you are vulnerable to sixes, but you can always come back. And I mean, there's
Okay.
also rolls that miss.
no matter what you and I would have played, I can tell you it's a lot better than what just happened. As you say, just move those checkers. You could play 3-1 and still have better chances here. So, yeah, that's sad.
Okay, there's somebody on the chat who called it a brain freeze, and I
Yeah.
like that term.
Yeah,
That's what kind of like the term I was looking for. Of course, I know brain fart, but brain freeze is better. It's like you are thinking something, and then you want to reconsider, but you know you cannot reconsider, and you are you. It's like a state of
you're just stuck.
you're stuck, and then you hear beep beep beep, and it must be the worst feeling in John Roycett's life.
I'm not even sure if it beeps, and I'm not even sure if there's any warning.
No, there's no warning.
No warning.
There should be no
Yeah.
warning. There cannot be a warning.
No.
You have to keep your eye on the clock. But I don't know about these clocks. I mean, I have a digital Chronos clock, and you
Yeah,
can see
exactly.
the seconds way better. I don't know about these little things there. I don't like them very much.
No.
But he should have been aware that he had 7 seconds. And then you know you just have to throw your checkers somewhere. But
Yeah. I like the brain freeze because
Brain
I
freeze.
also think that one was the thing that happened.
Yes.
As you said, he's considering something, then he reconsiders, and then he's considering to reconsider again, and
Yes.
that's where it just gets stuck somewhere there in between.
you have to do the first thing you see.
Yeah.
First thing you see, you have to
Exactly.
execute.
Yes.
Oh,
All right.
I feel sorry for him because he looked so strong. He
Yeah.
played a match here, I think it was the quarterfinals or something like this, or against a German guy, and it took like till the middle of the night. And he was so composed and he looked fresh and ambitious. And then this happens to you. It's a shocking end of this dramatic
Indeed.
semi-final.
And we just got our pulse up there. Black fought back from a hopeless game,
Yes.
and he was just about to make it.
But
And
I think he went wrong already in the beginning. He could have
Yeah.
double hit with
Yeah.
5-3 and stuff like that. He had or 2-3. He had double hits in board, and he stacked everything. And then, of course,
Yeah.
tactically, you find yourself in extreme trouble.
yeah, and he always have to consider if he should go down and hit, instead of doing it from the beginning, and then he would probably have had an easier game that he knows that he has played 140 million times before.
Yes.
Holding game, whatever game, bringing those checkers back. Now he has the towers. He needs to consider. He needs to play safe all the time,
Yes.
and needs to take into consideration the race. Well,
If he had been 21 years old, I would say, okay, learn from it. I mean, your chance will come, but
yeah.
he's been around so long, and he
Yeah.
has waited for this opportunity for so many years. Okay, but let's not over dramatize
No,
it.
no,
He will have to
that's
cope
it.
with it. He will have to stomach this disappointment and get over it and keep competing.
Yeah. And
So-
he'll get his chance again.
Shall we wrap up?
We shall. Thank you, Michel Lamotte, for helping out with the commentary.
I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a. I feel so bad, in
Yeah.
fact, for a match to end that way.
Me too. From the Nordic Open, we will definitely be back in 1 hour with the final, and we will see. I know we will find some world-class commentators. I have had a lot of people saying that they would like to come. I think Michi will probably be one of them. So let's see who we will bring back, and then I will see you guys online in 1 hour. Thanks for watching again, and thanks again, Michel, for helping with the comments.
It was a pleasure.
Super.
Keep watching, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you.